It's week 16 Friday. We have already made it to the end of year 69.
Oh no!
Which I had on good authority was supposed to be like the most crazy fun year, and we did literally nothing. Honestly, it was kind of sad. The whole year was kind of sad. But it's going to be awesome tonight. Thank you to all of you who joined us in the middle of the night for our Tokyo race calls. I'm pretty positive my brain and my mouth were not actually connected during that time, but we did our best.
You just asked me to do it.
Why would I ask you to do it? I don't want you at my house at 2 in the morning.
Not like that. Being pre-recorded.
Good news, Nathan's here tonight. And I did get a message earlier today that was like, hey, was there any plans to call the Magellan Stakes? And I was like, yeah, I'm already calling the Magellan Stakes. Turns out, I actually forgot to put it on the list.
So what are we gonna do?
So now we're calling it. I changed it. So here's how it's going to go. Nathan's going to preview these races up until the Stewards Cup. I'm going to call them. Then we're going to switch. I'm going to preview the Stewards Cup races, and he's going to call them. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first time ever that I don't call any Friday Stewards Cup races, right? Don't I usually call some of them?
Well, yeah. Well, last time I think you wanted to take one just out of the blue.
Or I forgot that I'm supposed to be passing the thing back and forth. I despise early gallops. Diane, you and me are soul sisters. So the first race is going to be the Magellan Stakes, and to talk about this, including there being a 2-year-old turf triple crown on the line, is Nathan.
All right, folks. First race on the card today is a small field, but there's a lot on the line with this. First up, is that Chanel or Channel with just one N?
I'm going to go Chanel Man.
All right, Chanel Man.
And it's probably supposed to be Channel Man, but it looks like Chanel Man, so we're going with Chanel Man.
As you wish. All right, so number one is Chanel Man from Carl Smythe. Only one start, or one victory from 2 starts. They broke their maiden at a mile and a 16th, and then were third in the Deadly Stakes. I feel like there's a great joke here, but that was missing. Number 2, Benidorm, a Steward bred who was purchased for $800,000, so actually relatively cheap for Jess Dawson. Another horse with only 2 outs in their career. They won their first race and then were third in the Prix Napoleon. So kind of a similar story here, but their speed figures are a little bit more consistent. Their highs aren't as high as Chanel Man, but their lows aren't as low. Number 3, Far There. David Faulkner bred, Lucas Davenport owned. 3 starts. They won their main, and then they won a Game Point Sire Stakes race. I'm a little jealous. Number 4, Awesome Rush, Keith Place, 2 starts and 1 victory. They broke their maiden and then were third in a non-winners of 2. Number 5, Schumacher, Carol Hansen, undefeated in 4 starts. This is the star of the show and the man of the next 5 minutes. They won their maiden, then they took the dance around, shortened up, and took the Favorite Trick Stakes, stretched out a little bit to win the Commitacai Stakes, which was their worst speed figure of their career, but they still managed to win. Now it's time for the Triple Crown. Number 6, Lupin, Steward bred, GG Go Faster, $3.9 million was the purchase price. 2 victories, including the throwing punches, but then was third in the With Drama Stakes. As revealed for the Magellan Stakes, apparently somebody is supposed to be calling him. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I'm done.
Well, I was making sure your pizza was out of the oven.
You know what? That's a good reason. Here you go.
All right, guys. It's time for the first race of the night. I don't know how many races there are, but it's a lot.
It's 2 hours, so
It's 2 straight hours of races.
we can do it. We've done it before.
Fantastic question. Where did I put the results? Here it is. Betting pool closes at $6,500 and the field of 6 is in the gate. They're off in the Magellan Stakes. Schumacher, with a clean start, goes out to the front end, and Benidorm, Far There, and Chanel Man. Lupin takes back to run behind the leaders, and it's going to be a big gap from the slow-starting Awesome Rush, who has nothing to do with the field early. They're chasing Schumacher around the clubhouse turn towards the backstretch. Schumacher leading a length over Benidorm and Far There. Chanel Man is only 3 lengths off the leader. Another 2 back to Lupin, and Lupin's got a whopping 10 lengths now on Awesome Rush as they run down the backstretch. It is Schumacher, who's opened up by 2 lengths now, and he is in control. Benidorm and Far There, Chanel Man, Lupin tries to get closer now. Lupin's coming on with his run. Awesome Rush is still well behind. Rounding the far turn in the Magellan, and Schumacher leads by 3. Schumacher's still the one to catch. Benidorm. Here's Lupin with his run. He's now up into second. Far There and Chanelman. Awesome Rush still well behind. It's Schumacher down the stretch, and it's going to look like a triple crown out here as Schumacher's 4 lengths clear. Schumacher running easily in the stretch. Lupin chasing. Can't go by. Schumacher's going to win it by 3. Over Lupin, 2 lengths back to Benidorm. Far There and Chanelman. Schumacher never in doubt. The official winner is Schumacher, a 2-year-old dark bay colt by Shahryar, out of Fiery Eyes by Moonfaced. He is a homebred for Carol Hansen, who is unbeaten in 5 starts. He's really good.
Oh, you think?
I love him.
You think? Undefeated Triple Crown winner can win at multiple distances? What's not to like?
I see what Diane said. Even Cinema couldn't do this, and Schumacher did it. I wouldn't rile Carol up like that, though. Carol is totally going to be like, oh yeah, I'm coming for you, Cinema, and try to do literally everything Cinema did.
What did Cinema do?
A lot.
I mean, I know he won a crud ton of stuff, but did he, break a history record?
I don't know. We should go look at the entirety of Cinema's career. Can you guys hear Nathan talking, or is he too far away?
No,
Does it sound like I'm having a one-sided conversation?
You are literally insane. And I'm just that voice in your head.
Okay, Nicole says that they can hear you.
So you're not insane?
Next up, we have the Rancho La Brea Stakes, a grade 1 for 3-year-old fillies. We move out to Arcadia for this $200,000 event. We have a field of 10.
Alright, folks, let's... Red, owned by Steven Saratoga, $1.9 million was the purchase price. 4 wins from 10 starts, they're all or nothing because they've never finished in the top 3 other than a win. They've been running a non-winners company, so they've been moving up the ladder, but besides that, no success in stakes company whatsoever. Number 2, Atomic. Bruce Wayne and Durzo Blint, 5 wins from 14 starts. Most recently won the Sophomore Princess Dash, coming in off of the best speed figure of their career. They also ran a 95 in the Polis Stakes. Number 3, Bounce Around. Mr. Lord Rich, 5 wins from 10 starts. Every time Emily laughs, you have to take a shot, guys. That's the new rule.
No. The rule is every time I burst out laughing, like, ah!
Man, I'm going to have to try really hard on this one.
Don't get me.
Once you actually ask me to be funny, I'm terrible at it, but I'll try. So, Mr. Lord Rich, so this horse in 10 career starts has won half of them, and the other half they were either second or third, but all in non-winners company. I'm sensing a theme here. Scorpion Queen, Xander Zone, 4 wins from 13 starts. They were second in the Canadian Challenge Stakes at Xerxes Blue. Then, before that, they had won the Bull Black Nova Stakes. Number 5, Spills and Thrills, GG Go Faster, 2 wins from 12 starts. They won a non-winners of 2. Their best attempt at stakes company was a 11th. Is this a grade 1?
Yeah.
It is?
It's awful, huh?
It's below par.
It's below par.
Number 6, Turn Down for What? The best song. That was the greatest song of 5th grade. 5 wins from 13 starts. That was also the same year American Pharoah won the Triple Crown. Steward bred Chris Barber. They won an allowance race. Since then, they've been kind of knocking on the door for stakes company, but besides that, they've actually never won. Number 7, Bongo. The Steward bred Chris Barber, 9 wins from 14 starts. Won an allowance race before this. They also won the Espinoza and the No Drought Stakes. They are a multiple graded stakes winner. They floundered in the 2-year-old sprint championship a year ago. Number 8, Sinister Shadows, Darcy McBride, 9 wins from 13 starts. They are a grade 2 winner when the Serena Sleet Stakes. So, next up, a grade 1, hopefully. Number 9, Agorithm. Agrothum? What is this? Agroithum? With him on that one. Mike Bryant, 7 wins from 14 starts, 50% average. They won the Embrace Stakes and the Casual Fan Stakes. Second in last year's Stewards Cup Juvenile Philly Sprint, hoping to go one better. Number 10, My Safe. I stole it. Xander Zone, 3 wins from 13 starts. They were 4th in the Long Island Sprint Handicap and 8th in the Honorable Stakes before this. Their last victory was nearly off the face of the earth, but it was the Puerto Rico Sprint. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Do-do-do-ba-do-ba-do. It's post time for the Rancho La Brea. They're off. A good beginning for all 10 runners and bounce around. Gonna go out to the lead, then Aggro Rhythm and Spills and Thrills. Atomic and Turn Down for What? Scorpion Queen, My Safe, Umbongo, Storm in Heaven, and Sinister Shadows is at the back. They go rushing down the backstretch towards the far turn in this 7 furlong contest, and Bounce Around is open up 3 lengths on Aggro Rhythm. Then comes Spills and Thrills. Atomic, Turn Down for What? Umbongo, Scorpion Queen, and My Safe as they round that far turn. It's Aggro Rhythm now with a head in front of Bounce Around. Scorpion Queen is 2 back, Spills and Thrills, and Atomic, the closers aren't doing enough as they're into the stretch, and it's Scorpion Queen trying to head Bounce Around in Aggro Rhythm. Aggro Rhythm doing best. Scorpion Queen trying to go by Bounce Around. It's Aggro Rhythm by a head. Aggro Rhythm takes it over Scorpion Queen, Bounce Around, Spills and Thrills, and Atomic. Guys, I even pulled up Turn Down for What on my phone to play it if the horse won, but it didn't.
Hey, look, it's horse racing.
It was depressing.
Horse racing is depressing sometimes.
True. The official winner, Aggro Rhythm. She's a 3-year-old black filly by Al Capone out of Outburst by Storm, homebred for Mike Bryant, who is now 8 for 15 lifetime. Whoa, this horse had earnings of 666. Did you say that earlier when I was eating M&Ms?
I missed my chance to hail Satan. What is wrong with me?
Next up, we have the $300,000 Malibu Beach Stakes, a grade 1 going 7 furlongs for the boys. And talking about this field of 12, here he is.
Ow. Alright, the Malibu Beach Stakes. Number 1, Minion. Horsey McHorseface. 4 wins from 13 starts. They were 5th in their last start. Their biggest win was in the... Thank you so much. The Colombian Juvenile and the Bomberos Juvenile. So they were a multiple listed stakes winner, but that was last year. That was so last year. Number 2, Oscar Mayer. Darcy McBride, 6 for 12. They won the sophomore Prince Dash. Appropriate. They also won the Rays of Suns Derby. They were 7th in last year's Stewards Cup Juvenile Sprint. Nothing past the listed stakes race. Number 3, oh, wow, that's awful. Clop. Clop. The horse is named Clop.
Is that the Liverpool manager? Double P?
Yeah, it's double P, K-L-O.
Liverpool manager. Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
No, I thought it was like the onomatopoeia, clip clop, for a horse. Maybe it's double. Okay, Chris Barber, 5 wins from 14 starts.
I definitely know it's football. Chris Barber, he's a fan.
Soccer.
Oh, nerd! They won 2 allowances and are not winners of 3, hoping to go to grade 1 company today. Number 4, He Who Dares Win. Oh, wow, how dare they win? They've only won once. So living up to the name for Polk Buffalo, 1 win, but they have finished 2nd or 3rd 8 times. That hurts. But they were 2nd in a grade 2, and also in a grade 1. So they actually really do belong in this race. Number 5, Bosco. Bruce Wayne and Durzo Blint, 7 wins from 13 starts, only twice worse than 2nd. Won their last start, 2nd in the Norway, won the Metro Sprint. Pretty consistent horse. One of the few times they didn't run well was the Oceanside Futurity in the 2-year Sprint Championship, but that was last year. Number 6, Mad Devil, Xander Zone, 5 wins from 11 starts with 3 second-place finishes. They recently just graduated non-winners company, and now they're going all the way to the grade 1 level. Number 7, See Me at the End, Mr. Lord Rich, 5 wins, 9 starts, 3rd 3 times. They won the Norway Stakes over Bosco and Klopp, so they are familiar with some of the horses in this race, but they also lost to Oscar Mayer in the sophomore Prince Dash. Number 8, Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, but I prefer Capri Suns. $5.1 million Steward bred for Chris Barber. 5 wins from 12 starts. They were 5th in the Canadian Sprint and won the Look My Best Stakes before that. So they are a grade 1 winner. I think that's the first we've seen so far. Number 9, the Devil's Knight, a Steward bred. Lucas Davenport, 6 wins from 14 starts. 4th in the Ocean of Fire, 1, the Distinctly Irish, and the Clásico Domingo Sin Herrera Martinez. Number 10, Shivers Twist, Yulin Zara, 3 wins from 13 starts. 7th in the Saturn Handicap, hoping to do better today. Number 11, Biggin. Mike Bryant, 4 wins from 14 starts, 4 seconds, 3 thirds, won the Tropicana Handicap, I prefer Capri Sun, and won the Cajun Sprint, and also the Lightning Stakes. And finally, number 12, Fuel Driver, Xander Zone, 7 wins from 13 starts with 5 second place finishes. Most recently, they were second in the Serena Sound Stakes. Are they a Grade 1 winner? No, not yet, it looks like, but they are consistent. They were second in last year's 2-year-old sprint championship to double. Ready? You have the floor.
I don't want the floor. I want the headset.
You have the headset and the floor.
They're off in the Malibu Beach Stakes. A pretty good beginning for all but Shivers Twist, who breaks a little bit slowly. The Devil's Knight, Flashing Speed, and Bosco, Oscar Mayer, and Minion. Then He Who Dares wins. See Me at the End and Fuel Driver from the outside. Klopp is in between horses. Mad Devil, Kool-Aid, Biggin, and Shivers Twist after the bad break is at the back of the field. They're chasing the Devil's Knight, who's 3 lengths clear of Bosco and Oscar Mayer, then Minion. Those 3 are 3 across the track. A length back to He Who Dares wins. See Me at the End and Klopp. Fuel Driver moving his way up through horses, and Mad Devil, they're sweeping to the top of the stretch. The Devil's Knight has led throughout. Bosco chasing. Here's Fuel Driver with a big run coming on. Kool-Aid is closing too. He Who Dares wins, and See Me at the End. It's Bosco who has the lead over the Devil's Knight. Fuel Driver coming at them, driving hard. Fuel Driver is going to get up in the shadow of the wire. Fuel Driver wins it, going away over Bosco, the Devil's Knight, and Kool-Aid. The official winner is Fuel Driver, a 3-year-old bay colt by Fuel, out of Pay Attention Boys by Walk Off Grand Slam. A homebred for Xander Zone, who is now 8 for 14 lifetime. We have 3 races left before the Steward's Cup, and the next one is the Waterfall Stakes. 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares going for $500,000. This is a Grade 1 filled with excellent mares. I'm just going to throw this out there. If anyone wants to sell me any of your mares in any of these Grade 1 races, I will buy your mares. That's your pizza. You should have been eating it while I was calling that race. You can't eat it now because you're about to have to do this thing. But when you're done, you should eat that pizza.
Yes. Okay. Noted. Sorry, I was too busy spacing out and monitoring my lung rate. The Waterfall Stakes. I'm going to shake it off. Yulin Zara. 3 wins from 16 starts. They were 7th in the Rags to Riches Stakes. They were 3rd in the Kadoje and then won the Shake Stakes. Alright. Multiple Grade 3 winner. Number 2. Prettiest. Does this horse have a headshot? I want to verify.
Let's see if it is the prettiest.
Yeah. If they don't, I'm going to be disappointed. They don't! This is a... Liars! Anyways, 4 wins from 7 starts.
That's probably really loud in their ears.
I'm sorry, not. They won the Giant Risk Stakes. They were second in the Saratoga Oaks. Ran a 100 speed figure in the Dance Floor Stakes, so they're capable of great things. Number 3, I'll know next time. Steven Saratoga. 9 wins from 26 starts. They were 4th in the Pristine Stakes, 2nd in the Mantis Q, or whatever that's how that's said. 3rd in the Faith Unwavering, so they're really knocking at the door of Grade 1 company. Oh, they actually won the Faith Unwavering. It's been a while. Number 4, always a champion. Mr. Lord Rich, 5 wins from 9 starts, never worse than 2nd in their career. So a good, consistent, hard-working horse. Multiple times 2nd in Grade 1 company. They're hoping to break it down. Number 5, in survival mode, Lily Wilkins and Chris Barber, 2 wins from 11 starts. They're still yet to graduate non-winners company, but they're going here anyway. Number 6, Lucy May, John Exet, 4 wins from 15 starts. They were 2nd in the Pristine Stakes at the Grade 1 level, hoping to go one better today. Number 7, Ballad, Clarehaven Stables, 6 wins from 15 starts, 2nd in the Ladies' Choice to Shake It Off. Before that, they had won the Wildcat Stakes, I respect that, and the Miami Distaff. Number 8, Rainbow Kitten. That's adorable. Danny Derby, Jeff Harwood, 3 wins from 15 starts, 4 seconds, 3 thirds. They most recently were 3rd in an allowance race, but now going to Grade 1 company. Okay. Number 9, Dolly. Izzy Rafferty, 4 wins from 16 starts, 3 seconds, 4 thirds, 3rd in the Ohio Distaff most recently. Then they had won the Laurel Press Handicap, hoping to finally get a graded stakes victory, just like they did when they won the Sharp Cat 2 years ago. And finally, I'll try harder. Serenity Sky is the breeder. Jeff Harwood is the owner. 6 wins from 18 starts, 2 seconds, 5 thirds. They won the Run Like the Wind Stakes most recently. Before that, they won the Painted Ship, mostly a listed stakes winner from the looks of it. All right, you have it.
Let us know if the sound goes in and out because the stupid little box that I use to connect my headset to the laptop is suspicious at best and ridiculous at worst. So it's possible that it's popping out as we're passing back and forth, and then it would be like annoying probably for your ears. Just making sure I'm still logged into the chat room. All right, it's post time for the Waterfalls Stakes. They're off. Always a Champion was a step slow and Rainbow Kitten steadied. Nope, she stumbled. I meant stumbled. Prettiest, showing speed and Always a Champion after the bad break is hustled along. Then comes I Must Shake It Off. Rainbow Kitten is hustled quickly too. I'll Know Next Time and Lucy May. Ballad I'll Try Harder than in survival mode. And Dolly is at the back of the field. It is Prettiest, who leads them around the clubhouse turn towards the 7 furlong marker, and she is clear early. Always a Champion and I Must Shake It Off. Rainbow Kitten sits in fourth, a length back to I'll Know Next Time. Lucy May has 3 on Ballad. Then comes In Survival Mode, I'll Try Harder, and a length back to Dolly at the back of the pack. It is Prettiest, leading them down the backstretch. She's 3 and some clear of Always a Champion and I Must Shake It Off, with Rainbow Kitten right to her inside. I'll Know Next Time sits in 5th, a length clear of Lucy May. Ballad is a good 10 lengths off the leader. Then In Survival Mode, I'll Try Harder, and Dolly. They round the far turn, 3 furlongs left to run, and it's Prettiest, but I Must Shake It Off is making a big move and coming up into second alongside. Here's I'll Know Next Time and Ballad, who's getting involved. Lucy May, Always a Champion, is done. They sweep into the stretch, and it is I Must Shake It Off who has the lead. Here comes Ballad with a run, and I'll Know Next Time. I'll Try Harder from the clouds is coming on. It is Ballad and I Must Shake It Off. These two throwing it down. I'll Try Harder is third, and Prettiest. It is Ballad, and Ballad wins the Waterfalls over I Must Shake It Off. I'll Try Harder came from the clouds to be third over Prettiest. The official winner is Ballad, a 4-year-old Dark Bay filly by Kingdom of Spiders out of Unchained Melody by Spoken. This is a homebred for the Clarehaven Stables, who is now 7 for 16 lifetime. You had 1 bite of pizza.
I had multiple, okay? I'm
All right.
taking my sweet time savoring the flavor.
Okay, I'm going to preview the next race.
Also, I can do the job. Also, more importantly, I have to catch up with the sim chat.
Okay, you eat the pizza and read this in chat, and I'm going to talk about the Seek Thrills, which is one of my favorite races of the year.
Are you going to also call it?
Probably.
Alright then, have fun.
Okay, you have a 5-minute reprieve. This isn't an SC race. No, I know. Oh. So, the Seek Thrills Handicap, otherwise known as the race for all the champions who can't go 1.25 miles or a mile. But it always gets spectacular animals in it. On the fence for Craig McGee is 4-year-old Clark W. Griswold. This guy was a veteran of the Triple Crown races last year. He's coming off a win in the Empire Stakes for New York Breds 2 weeks ago. He did take a barrier trial earlier this year. Number 2, Sabotage for Tim Matthews, the son of Station 11, is 4 for 6, very well campaigned. He is grade 1 placed. Who is calling me? Oh my gosh, my contractor's calling me. You have to take this over. Talk about Tremble.
Alright then. I guess I'll starve.
Hello.
You're so evil. Alright. Number 3, Tremble. Winner of 4 starts from 12 races. They most recently were second in the Iowa Stewards Cup. Before that, they won the El Coche Azul, and a winner of Non-Winners Company. They're really knocking at the door here. Nina Olson is the owner of this horse. Number 4, Hole in My Soul Z. I relate. 7 wins from 31 starts. A very experienced horse. Most recently was 4th in the Golden State Classic, 2nd in the Spa Classic. Still, at their slightly advanced age, they are a hard-working Grade 1 caliber animal. Actually, they're also the defending champion of last year's race, so that's kind of important. Number 5, Globetrotter, Durzo Blint. 4 wins from 9 starts. 3rd in the Awesome Derby. 3rd in the Midsummer Classic. Hoping to go 1 today. Number 6, Snoopy Dancing. John Exet. 6 wins from 21 starts. 4th in the Long Island Gold Cup. 8th in the Spa Distance. 2nd in the Metropolitan Handicap. And number 1 in Peanuts fans' hearts. Number 7, Scorpion. Bruce Wayne and Durzo Blint. 4 wins from 10 starts. They won the Arcadia Classic. So they really do like themselves some mile and an eighth grade 1 races. Hoping to do another one today. Number 8, Arcadia. Louise Bayou, 6 wins from 14 starts, second in the Serious Stakes, and winner of the Starting Rumors Stakes. What drama queen. They won the Kingston Trophy, and they were also they ran a freakish race last year in the Tricolor of Venezuela, but haven't done quite as well since, but they are getting close. Number 9, Broadway, Laura Ferguson. 18 wins from 22 starts? Why are they not in the Stewards Cup? Broadway.
Oh no, Broadway's insane. He's so good.
I guess Broadway is the king of winning the A- grade 1 races. They're the big fish in the small pond. Alright, Broadway. Big fish, small pond. A nice pike in a field of guppies. Winner of the Long Island Handicap, the Spa Classic, the California, the Just Victory, the Brilliance Flies Away, the Voldemort, the Harry Potter Classic, and a bunch of other stuff. Except this. Number 10, Emperor's Heart. Steward bred Dan Gordon. Only a $500,000 purchase, kind of paltry. 9 wins or 17 starts, they're kind of all or nothing. Right now, they're winning 3 in a row, including multiple graded stakes races, but they were 7th in their last grade 1 attempt. Number 11, Johnny Lately. He abandoned me. 3 wins from 13 starts. They're a generally consistent horse, but they're mainly running a non-winners company. And Highland is the last of them. The Steward bred owned by Yulin Zara. 5 wins from 9 starts. 3rd on the Long Island Handicap to Broadway and Algorithm. Before that, they won the Prince of Peace Stakes and were 2nd in the King's Derby and then won the Puerto Rican Derby. So they have the potential to do something similar here to Broadway. All right. Here you go. I promise I'll eat some more, and you don't have to baby bird feed me. Like a robin.
Like a robin.
Or a booby.
Get out of here.
No, you need me.
True. Once these races start stretching out, I'm going to be so grateful you're here.
Yay.
They're off in the Seek Thrills Handicap. A slow start for Sabotage. Hole in My Soul Z goes out to lead, and Broadway from the outside rushes up. Highland is widest of all. Arcadia and Emperor's Heart trembled, and Snoopy Dancing, Sabotage, and Scorpion. Globetrotter sits back third last. Clark W. Griswold on the rail. Johnny Lately is at the back of the field. It's Hole in My Soul Z who leads a length around the clubhouse turn. Broadway sits in second, and those two are 2 lengths clear of Highland and Arcadia third, fourth. Emperor's Heart sits in fifth, and Snoopy Dancing, Tremble, Sabotage, Scorpion, and Globetrotter are right together. Clark W. Griswold and Johnny Lately. The pace is quick, and it's set by Hole in My Soul Z, with Broadway pressing him, and they're clear of Highland and Arcadia. Emperor's Heart and Snoopy Dancing, Tremble and Sabotage, Scorpion, Globetrotter, and now they're coming around the far turn. Hole in My Soul Z, but Broadway comes alongside and sticks ahead in front. Here's Snoopy Dancing, swooping up from mid-pack, and the closers are getting going. Highland, Scorpion, and Sabotage, then Arcadia, and Globetrotter asks for more. They're into the stretch in the Seek Thrills. Hole in My Soul Z has led the route. Broadway has been dogging him. Snoopy Dancing and Scorpion down the center of the track. Scorpion's coming on. Globetrotter getting involved too. A wild finish in the Seek Thrills. Hole in My Soul Z. Scorpion runs right by him and gets him on the line. Scorpion wins it over Hole in My Soul Z, Broadway, Snoopy Dancing, and Globetrotter. Oh, here, have a napkin.
Yeah,
Pizza fingers.
Yeah, the dogs are really looking at me weird.
It's because they want pizza. Don't give it to them.
I know.
The official winner is Scorpion. A 3-year-old gray colt by Mace, out of Waiting on a Miracle by Mr. Wonderful. Bruce Wayne bred the Durzo Blint-owned horse, who is now 5 for 11 a lifetime. Out of that race, I do believe Broadway is maybe retiring, and Snoopy Dancing may be retiring. And Hole in My Soul Z. So some future stallion prospects up in here. We only have 1 minute to go to talk about the 2-year-old sprint championship. I'm going to try and do it and assume that the contractor will not be calling me right now. He asked me where his tape measurer was.
I can speed through it if you want something
Are
fast.
you sure? All right.
Do it.
Nathan's going to do it.
Oh, just 8 horses? Okay, number 1, Big Diesel, John Smith, 4 wins from 6 starts. They won their elimination race. They were second in the Loki Flame Stakes. Number 2, When It Comes to You, Brianna McKenzie, 4 wins from 5 starts. Their only loss was in their second start. Since then, they've been perfect, won their elimination race. Number 3, Eyes of Justice, Xander Zone, the king of this race. They were third in their elimination race, but they do qualify. They were also fourth in the Ocean Debutante. Before that, they were nearly perfect. Number 4, Gemini, Bruce Wayne, Zerzo Splint, 4 wins from 6 starts. They were second in their elimination race to Big Diesel. They won the Loki Flame Stakes, however, against Big Diesel, so maybe we get a rematch? If my memory serves correct. Number 5, Faith, Hope, Clarity, Claire Haven. Oh, that makes sense. 3 wins from 7 stars. They were second in their elimination race to When It Comes to You. Actually, they've lost to When It Comes to You twice in a row now, hoping to change things up. Number 6, Cold Porridge. That sucks. It's not just right. 4 wins from 6 starts. They were fourth in their elimination race, behind When It Comes to You and Faith, Hope, Clarity, hoping to not be too hot today. Number 7, Sport Biscuit, Chris Barber. 2 wins from 7 starts. They were fourth in their elimination race to Big Diesel and Gemini and Eyes of Justice. Allowance horse otherwise. Number 8, Setting Suns, Chris Barber, 4 wins from 6 starts, won their elimination race, and also won the Garden State Juvenile and the Juvenile Spring Classic. Here you go.
Wow, that was fast.
Hey, we got back on schedule.
Connor, stop barking at Nathan. He's not going anywhere. My dog hates Nathan.
Your dog hates a lot of people.
That's true. Ask Vincent for a tissue box that you could just like carry around with you.
Yeah.
Nathan's so allergic to this house. They're off in the 2-year-old sprint championship. One step slow for Faith, Hope, Charity. Big Diesel on the fence, flashing speed, Cold Porridge, and Setting Suns. Faith, Hope, Charity is rushed up, and then Eyes of Justice. Gemini, When It Comes to You. Sport Biscuit is at the back of the field, and they're all chasing Big Diesel, who throws it down early and is quickly 3 lengths clear of Faith, Hope, Charity, and Cold Porridge. Setting Suns, Eyes of Justice, Gemini, 2 back to When It Comes to You, then Sport Biscuit. They round the turn to the top of the stretch, and they've been chasing Big Diesel throughout. He's 2 lengths clear. Setting Suns with the first move. Here's Gemini coming on from the back. Faith, Hope, Charity is done. Eyes of Justice, and it's Big Diesel running down the stretch. Gemini, the danger, coming alongside Setting Suns. When It Comes to You, Eyes of Justice, it's Gemini who swoops past the leader, Big Diesel. Gemini opening up, and Gemini with a mild upset to win the 2-year-old sprint championship over Big Diesel, Setting Suns, and When It Comes to You. They want to know if you ever inhale while you're talking. Like, take a breath.
I forget.
I don't think he does, guys. The official winner is Gemini, a 2-year-old gray colt by My Scorpio, out of Superviolet by If Looks Could. Back-to-back wins for Durzo Blint, as brother Bruce Wayne has disbanded his stable. And now this guy is 5 for 7.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. He did?
Call for justice. Needed to be answered.
Good news, we're on our first Stewards Cup race. We move over to Inglewood Park in California. It is a bright, sunny day. Hey, let me run this by you guys real quick. I know, we got stuff to do, but I've built in a bunch of time on the back end for yapping.
Are we right next to LAX Airport?
We are right next to LAX Airport.
That hurts.
So the entry clerk has this notion that if you own a racetrack, you should be able to pay extra game points to decide if the people, the track management people or the track course attendants overwatered it to make it wet. So it's like, could be a good track. He's basically saying we should give you the option, since you own the track, to decide what the quote weather is, but it's not the weather, it's the track condition. And he's like, they'll definitely use that. And they probably, you guys probably would use that. But the voice of God, aka me, is like, what?
Shouldn't we know that playing God is a bad idea after watching Jurassic Park?
I knew you were going to say that.
But it's a great movie!
So people are saying they would use it, because that's what he thinks that he really wants to pitch, doing that over the break. I mean, it's not a big deal. It'd actually be really easy to program. I just feel like you should fire your... Yeah, but not in America. In America, we don't. In America, it's just fast all the time unless it's pouring rain.
But we do cheat.
I didn't say we didn't cheat. I just say, well, we drag our tracks so they're faster. So I guess we do the opposite. We make them more than fast.
No wonder we're such a drag.
All right, so the first Stewards Cup race is next, and this is the Stewards Cup Turf Sprint. We have a field of 10. $2 million on the line, and Poke Buffalo has the horse on the rail. That is Anomaly, a son of Emirate Anna, who is 3 for 29 and hasn't won since the Miami Turf Sprint 10 starts ago, was 8th in this race last year. Number 2, Thunder Over the Moon. No, Thunder Over Moon, not the moon. For Dan Gordon, this is your winner of the Chimborazo Stakes last out. He has won 4 in a row, including 2 Grade 1s. A 5-year-old home bred by Otto Holland. Number 3, Vittori for Rafa Usaz. Nation's Pride, the sire here, 7 for 19. Hasn't won since a Grade 1 Week 9 of last year, but he's always got the speed figures to be right in it. Number 4, John Dark's GitHub. Is it GitHub or GitHub?
Don't ask me.
I think it's GitHub.
But you're like literally God, so you could...
That's what I'm saying. I think it's GitHub.
Yeah, GitHub.
He's won 2 in a row, including the Grade 2 Arcadia Dash. The son of Dr. Estimate is 4 for 12 lifetime, just short of $500,000 in earnings. Number 5, Somebody Else's Sky for Laura Smith. Last year was 3rd in this race. A $4.4 million earner. He won the Stewards Cup as a 2-year-old back in year 66. Number 6, Saul Goodman for Cesar Reyes. The son of Dirk Pitt is seeking his 10th lifetime win. He won the Grade 1 Oceanside Dash 2 starts ago and is 9 for 20 lifetime because he's seeking his 10th win, so you guys could make that leap yourselves. Sorry. Stan Reno Hackinson with the 7. Another Emirate Anna here with Surprise Package. 24 starts, 6 wins, 6 seconds. He was 8th in the Chimborazo last out, but had won 2 in a row before that, 5th in this race last year. Number 8, the 6-year-old from Matthew McMahon, I Am Invincible. Won this year's Pegasus Dash. He has earned just short of $2 million in earnings, seeking his 12th lifetime win. The son of Zog has run 29 times. Number 9, Sega Mega Drive. Your defending champion in this race for Aidan O'Brien, the son of Wotton Bassett, is 10 for 23. He's earned $3.4 million, and he won this race last year. Number 10, and rounding out the field, is Wallach. Rafa Usal is homebred by Rajasalam, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. 7 for 13 lifetime, $1.1 million earned. He was 3rd in the 2-year-old race last year, but he is a multiple Grade 1 winner. That's your field for the Turf Sprint. Yeah, see, we don't do that. I mean, we keep it alive, but we don't, make it good or soggy or what other track conditions there are. Deep. We would never. Did you say asphalt?
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's Nathan calling the first Stewards Cup race.
All right.
Gotta close the betting, Nathan. Alright, I did it. Bye.
What about all the computer-assisted wagerers we need to help out? Do we want them to starve? All right, folks. Let's get ready to do this thing. In the gate. Ready for the start. We're off in the Stewards Cup Turf Sprint. Thunder Over Moon just goes ahead. Vittori right behind in second with Anomaly, and GitHub is 4th. Somebody Else's Sky in 5th, halfway through the track. Then it's Wallach with I Am Invincible, along with Saul Goodman near the back with Sega Mega Drive, our defending champion, and Surprise Package is at the back of the pack. Thunder Over Moon in front still by a head, but now here goes Anomaly, who passes Vittori. Vittori has dropped back and is now 2 lengths ahead of GitHub, who remains in 4th. I'm Invincible, along with Somebody Else's Sky, Wallach, Saul Goodman, and Sega Mega Drive. We have now hit the top of the stretch. Thunder Over Moon has opened up their lead. They're in front by nearly 2 lengths. Vittori is in second. GitHub moves up to the third with Somebody Else's Sky and Anomaly, but Thunder Over Moon is still the one to catch. GitHub passes Vittori, but still has one more to beat, and that is Thunder Over Moon. Thunder Over Moon a length in front. GitHub continuing with one final surge, but it's just not going to be enough. Thunder Over Moon took them gate to wire and won the Stewards Cup Turf Sprint from GitHub, Vittori, Somebody Else's Sky, and Wallach. The official winner, Thunder Over Moon. This is a Oh, this is a horse. This is a 5-year-old black horse by Atta Holland out of Over Midnight Moon by Black Moon Omen, who is now 15 for 28 lifetime. Congratulations. Yeah, this horse has a good foundation. I'm excited.
Your mom's excited. Can I have the headset back, please?
Wait, is there really literally a button that you can just press
For what?
to hurt horses in the game?
I mean, technically it still exists. I haven't touched it in like 50 sim years, though.
Wait, did you ever have the power to just like injure a horse you didn't like? Like if somebody angered you in the chat room?
No, the game used to be run by dice. Like, that's how old we are. Nathan's looking at me like he's never heard of the word dice.
I know what dice is.
Did Nathan breathe during the call? Alright, anyway. Next up is the Filly and Mare Dirt Mile. Oh my god, it's a field of 16. Not my problem, though. Wait, yes it is. I'm going through them. Louise Bayou on the rail with first light of day. The daughter of Kentucky Storm is 8 for 18 lifetime, coming off 4 race wins in a row. Number 2, Belladonna Bordeaux for Xander Zone. The daughter of Marvel is out of the royally bred Coffee Date, 5 for 19 lifetime. Bless you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Number 3, Never Been Touched for Mike Bryant. The daughter of No Nay Never is seeking her 9th lifetime win. Last won the Big Dream Stakes back in week 12. Number 4, Viola Beach for Chris Barber. Touch Turtle is the sire here. Touche Turtle. I don't know that I know that one. I'm going to have to look it up. 3 for 10 lifetime. Second in a grade 1 last out. Number 4, Jingo Loba. The first of the Tom Mudgett runners in here, the daughter of Holland Road, is 8 for 21. She was third against Colts in the Marvel Stakes last out. Number 6, Put Me in My Place, was your winner of this race last year for Mike Springer, so she's back. This year has been a little bit rocky. She ran against Colts in the Pegasus Dirt Mile, finished 7th. Ran back against Phillies 3 weeks later, and ran 2nd. So then she goes in a barrier trial, that's perfect, but she still hasn't really been able to get it together. 2nd, 4th, 3rd, will she have a big bounce back here? Number 7, Bay of Biscay for Tom Mudgett. She is coming off a barrier trial win, which I think is just because Tom couldn't find the right race. She was riding a 3-race win streak, including the Grade 1 King Kamehameha Jewel. So interesting that she didn't run in a week 14 prep. Number 8, Irish Eyes for Randall Johnson is a daughter of Cody's Wish. 6 for 10 lifetime, has won 3 in a row. Number 9, Smith and Thel for Yulene Zara. The daughter of Flightline is 3 for 10 lifetime. She's also entering here off of a barrier trial. There must just not be a race for them week 14 since so many of them did that.
Maybe someone should create it.
Maybe the entry clerk isn't even listening to us right now. He's not even in this room, but he should be. Number 10, My Devil's Touch for Sam Clearwater. Mike Bryant bred this daughter of my son, and if you had told me that my son already had 5-year-olds, I would freak out. Where did the time go? This one's seeking her 10th lifetime win. Number 11 is Dark Star for Durzo Blint. The royally bred daughter of Ganite is 9 for 10 lifetime. A multiple grade 1 winner. She's coming off of 3 straight big wins. Look at her. She's a star. She won the Stewards Cup last year. Number 12, In My Heart Always for Xander Zone. Another My Son here. 6 for 18 lifetime. She's coming off a win in the Louisiana Champions Distaff. Number 13 for Gigi Go Faster. My Pretty, I Need to Go Way Faster. Banner Lord the Sire here. 5 for 18. Ukraine Escape for Poke Buffalo is a daughter of title holder. She's 1/2 for 12 starts. Number 15, Hardcore History for Andrew James. Remember yesterday when Andrew won a route race on the dirt?
No.
Oh yeah, he did. He stepped out of his wheelhouse. It was rude.
Impossible.
He's back at the mile today. Rounding out the field is Esther Z for Fleas and Hamiltonian. The daughter of Holland Road is your winner of the Grade 1 Oceanside Ladies Mile over Put Me in My Place 3 back. That's your field for this race. Turning the thing around for Nathan. Bet more money.
All the race, you're late. Sorry, I'm learning a cool history fact. A totally metal history fact about the first soldier to ever overdose on a certain... Oh yeah, they're off in the Stewards Cup Villiamere Dirt Mile. To the early lead, Bay of Biscay with Irish Eyes. Then it's going to be Belladonna Bordeaux in third with First of Light. The First Light of Day with Ucane-esque. And then it's Jingo Loba. Dark Star is seventh. In the middle of the pack, My Devil's Touch put me in my place. Hardcore History. Viola Beach in my heart always. My Pretty. Esther Z. Smith and Thel. And Never Been Touched is at the back of the pack. Ran a fast opening quarter. Bay of Biscay has opened up a confident lead. Irish Eyes is in second, and they are clear separate from Belladonna Bordeaux. At least 5 lengths back to Belladonna Bordeaux, who's just in third place. First, Light of Day, Ukraine-esque remains in fifth. Darkstar moves up 1 slot into sixth. Jago Laba is seventh. My Devil's Touch remains in eighth. Put Me in My Place is still in ninth place. That seems to be the place that they like. Then it's Hardcore History with My Pretty, Viola Beach in my heart always, Esther Z. Smith and Tell, and Never Been Touched is going to conclude the 16-horse field as we have halfway to go in the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Dirt Mile. Bay of Biscay has continued to open up their lead. It's now doubled in size. Irish Eyes is in second. First Light of Day has moved past Belladonna Bordeaux. Belladonna Bordeaux has fallen back, and Darkstar continues to move up the pack. They've now moved up to the 4th spot. UKNS, Put Me in My Place, Jingo Laba, Viola Beach, My Devil's Touch, and My Heart Always, Esther Z, Hardcore History, Smith and Thel, Never Been Touched, and My Pretty. As we round the far turn, it's Bay of Biscay. I did breathe that time as we hit the top of the stretch. Bay of Biscay is still the one to reach. Darkstar goes past First Light of Day and Irish Eyes. They have one more to go, but Bay of Biscay is still confident as ever, and they are not losing anything. Bay of Biscay, another gate-to-wire victory today in the Stewards Cup. The front runners are loving it. Bay of Biscay wins by a length. Darkstar was second. First Light of Day was third. Irish Eyes and Put Me in My Place. The official winner, Bay of Biscay. This is a 4-year-old bay filly by Marvel out of Buzzards Bay by some Rocky Socket who is 10 for 16 lifetime. They're now a millionaire for Tom Mudgett. Bravo. All right, back to you.
See, Tom Mudgett stayed in his lane.
I don't know what lanes are.
Congrats. Next up is the Filly and Mare Turf Sprint. We have a field of 15. Paul Cockerton with the horse on the fence, Darling Nikki, who's earned $1 million. Did this horse win a Stewards Cup or something? Yeah, literally won this race last year. Nope, 2 years ago because math is hard.
Yeah, I know.
Number 2 in Dublin's Fair City for Aidan O'Brien has won $700,000. What's in the Sky for Joey DePaulo is a 5-year-old mare. Ve Victus for Nick Schroeder. This was the year 66 Asian champion sprinter. Lost My Shadow is the 5 for Carolyn Eaton. Nick's Wolf for the RK Stables is the 6. Then comes Alisane Targaryen. Sorry, Andrew, I didn't mean to butcher that. Then comes Get Real for Gigi Go Faster. And Zenyatta Queen for Joey DePaulo. Tade Pletcher bred that one. Just short of $1 million in earnings, and she's only 3. Whoopsie for Danny Derby is my favorite name so far. She's only earned $100,000 though. Hoof It Up for Jack Ryder is the 11. Here comes number 12, Cleo the Snuggler, who won this race last year. Wait, didn't I already say something won this race last year? Oh no, then I corrected it to 2 years ago. She also won the Saudi Turf Sprint earlier this year. Did I say Brian Levitt owned her? Well, I'm saying it again.
Yep.
Number 13, Gentle Hipster for Peter Quill, a 6-year-old mare. Then comes the Art K Stable's second runner, Nancy Sangria. Rounding out the field on the outside is Jimmy Jules in from the Garden, just short of $500,000 in earnings. And that's your field for the Filly and Mare Turf Sprint. They're going 5 furlongs. Guys, 1,000 in the betting pool. I'm holding the next race, the sprint, hostage until there's at least 20,000.
Man, if only we needed $20,000 to run multi-million-dollar horse races, then we wouldn't be in any trouble. All right, we're all in line ready for the start. They're off in the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf Sprint. In Dublin's Fair City in front by half a length. What's in the Sky is second, just by a neck. Then it's going to be I'm from the Garden along with Ve Victus, along with Cleo the... Wait, this is the right race, right? Oh yeah, Cleo the Snuggler, along with Alisane Targaryen, with Nancy Sangria, then Nick's Wolf, Gentle Hipster, Lost My Shadows, and Yada Queen, Get Real, Hoof It Up, and then Daring Nikki, and Whoopsie is at the back of the pack. Whoopsie indeed. In Dublin's Fair City in front now by a full length and a half. What's in the Sky with I'm from the Garden and Ve Victus and Cleo the Snuggler. And then it is Alisane Targaryen, no particular change in order as we're now rounding the far turn, about to hit the top of the stretch. What's in the Sky has now taken over from Dublin's Fair City, so now the front runner's luck has run out. What's in the Sky is now in front. Nick's Wolf has surged forward as well with Ve Victus. It's these three who are now charging forward as we hit the top of the stretch, but Nick's Wolf has taken over from What's in the Sky and is opening up. What's in the Sky falls back to second. Ve Victus still in third. Cleo the Snuggler is a clear fourth. It is Nick's Wolf by a full length. What's in the Sky second. Ve Victus, Cleo the Snuggler, and then in Dublin's Fair City. Nix Wolf.
Oh, okay.
Was I too fast?
A little bit.
Yeah, okay. I'll duly noted. All right, the official winner is Nix Wolf. This is a horse from RK Stable, a 4-year-old chestnut filly by Nature Strip out of Ollie Wolf by See You Monday, who is now 8 for 22 lifetime. Congratulations. Let's get you back.
Nothing's better than when I pound a carbonated drink right when you hand this back to me, and I'm constantly playing like mute the mic before I burp into the mic.
Well, I have to do that when I eat my pizza. I drink my Capri Sun. I've also made the mistake of drinking Mountain Dew before calling a horse race live.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, great idea.
All right, next up is the Stewards Cup Sprint, one of the major races of the entire season. $3 million on the line, and we have a field of 13. And guys, let me tell you, I am so excited about some of these horses as stallions. We've been talking about how somewhat disappointing the dirt sprint stallions have been recently. Well, that should not be a problem anymore because there are some doozies in this field. On the fence for Poke Buffalo, Empire Strikes Back. The son of Goodnight is a 3-year-old, just 1 for 14. Number 2, Storm Sparked for the A.R. Roberts barn. This is a son of Rekindled Spark out of Fashion Storm, whose damn fashion dictates won 2 Stewards Cups herself. Number 3, Guardiola for Chris Barber. 6 for 13 lifetime. This one's coming off a win in the Long Island Sprint Handicap. Number 4, Black Mamba for Roger Carlo. Last year was second to Guardiola in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Sprint, coming off a win in the Serena Sound. Number 5, When Doves Cry. Chris Barber, homebred, who's won $760,000, coming off a win in the Grade 1 Saturn Handicap. Then we have the son of the Chosen Brawn, the Chosen Answer. Mark Pavlak, owner-breeder on this guy who's won, he's seeking his 10th lifetime win. He did take the Grade 2 Divin Stakes, and last year finished 3rd in this race. He then came back to win the Pegasus Sprint. Number 7, Arkansan for Tratsevere Peru. Daughter. This is a daughter. The filly by Arcadian. Hold on, Flood Zone just came out of the Kentucky Derby, so now it's like a whole big work situation. Baez is getting in, man. Has won 2 in a row. 6 for 20 lifetime. Number 8, Creepy Ghost Town for Yulin Zarah. The son of Ghost Adventure is 10 for 20. $1.5 million earned. And plus he has an awesome headshot. Number 9, B12. Autumn Blackmill owns and breeds this son of Drift King, seeking his 10th lifetime win. Number 10, If You've Got a Chance for Brianna McKenzie. The son of Rekindled Spark is also seeking his 10th win. I feel like they're all seeking that. He's won 3 in a row, including 2 all 3 were Grade 2s. Number 11 is last year's Filly and Mare Sprint winner. This is Weight of Fame for Gigi Go Faster, the daughter of Bone Crusher. Look at this record. 20 starts, 10 wins, 8 seconds. She's earned $2.7 million. Coming off a win in the Inspired Fox Stakes. Bless you. Number 12, Hermione Spell for April Hoffman, the daughter of Storm, has won 11 times to date, coming off a win in a listed stakes in Canada. Rounding out the field, Sun's Out, Punk's Out for Nicole Marie, the son of Solar Punk, has won half of his 14 starts. I'm pretty sure this horse is in here just to hear Nathan say Sun's Out, Punk's Out.
Sweet.
Nathan will rise to the challenge.
Like the sun.
Nathan's on the struggle bus with the allergies. It's a situation.
Well, I already took my inhaler.
Do you have a tissue box for him?
Yeah, find one.
Maybe under the cabinet, maybe? I'm trying to find where the race went so I can give it back to you.
Look, I get the racetrackers have trouble breathing because of all the smoke, but, like, I don't smoke. This shouldn't be a problem.
Hey, they got enough money in the pool so that we can call this race. I'm so proud of them.
Oh my god, finally the handle is going up. Alright, folks, it's time for the Stewards Cup Sprint. I will try to slow it down by just a hair, but not by too much, no promises. I'm kidding. And we're off and racing in the Stewards Cup Sprint. Alright, If You Got a Chance, in front by a nose. The chosen answer is second with Black Mamba. Then it is Arkansan with Empire Strikes Back. I preferred Return of the Jedi. Then it was going to be Guardiola with Creepy Ghost Town, Hermione Spell, Weight of Fame, When Doves Cry, B12, Storm Sparked, and Sun's Out, Punk's Out is currently out of contention at the back of the pack. So now, if you got a chance, has opened up the lead from a nose to about a neck, not by much. The Chosen Answer with Black Mamba, Arkinson, and then Empire Strikes Back, Creepy Ghost Town with Guardiola, Hermione Spell, Way to Fame, When Doves Cry, B12, Storm Sparked, and Suns Out, Punks Out remains the trailer, as we know hit the top of the stretch. If you got a chance, they still have one. They're in front by only a head. The Chosen Answer is breathing down their neck with Weight of Fame in third, and it's a huge drop back to Black Mamba. If you got a chance, fighting on Gamely, The Chosen Answer, these two head and head, they're going to be coming down to the wire together. Neither is moving an inch. Who's it going to be? If you got a chance, by a head bob. The Chosen Answer was second, Weight of Fame, followed by Black Mamba and Arkinson. Whew.
If you've got a chance.
Alright, folks, if you got a chance, it's the official winner. This is a 5-year-old chestnut horse by Rekindled Spark out of Lyrics About You by Build You an Empire for Brianna McKenzie. This horse is now 10 for 25 lifetime. Congratulations. And now back to you.
How's the mic holding up, guys? Can you still hear us okay?
Do I look good smoking my straw?
Poor Nathan.
Took that picture of me.
Okay, they said we sound okay. All right, thanks, guys. Just wanted for an update there. That was words. Steve Levitt says you need Afrin. I do have some in my bathroom if you want that.
What's the whole thing with cooked down Afrin?
I don't know. I'm not a drug addict.
Yeah, I should ask my uncle.
All right, guys. Next up, we have the Filly and Mare Turf Mile. And in this race, we have a field of 16. Oh my god, there's so many horses. And it's post time. Okay, so what are the odds that out of a field of 16, Rebecca Rose Hepburn draws the rail and the two-hole with her two superstars that have both earned $2 million? So on the fence is Lazelle, who won the Juvenile Fillies Turf 2 years ago. And then drawn right alongside is Luoxana, who is your defending champion in this race. They're both amazing and obviously the horses to beat in here. Number 3 at Salazee for Fleason. This one's earned $500,000. Number 4, As the Shed Road Turns for Xander Zone is 7 for 28 lifetime. Andrew James with the Digital Age. I think this one has a really nice pedigree. I was looking at it earlier. Number 6, Super Silver Filly for Tamara Estes, 2 for 18. Number 7, Brave Girls Game. Lee Cara pops up, I think, for the first time in the Stewards Cup tonight. Number 8, The Bishop's Wife. Randall Johnson with a Steward bred, who is 3 for 15. Then comes number 9, Night Swimming for Moss Springs. Winterborn is the 10 for Aaron Sanderson, 5 for 8 lifetime. Andrea Beaucamp has the 11, Spirit of the Dance, who's seeking her 9th lifetime victory. Number 12, Karma Knight, another Tamara horse here, 6 for 20. Zed Leplin for Diane Townsend. Okay, Diane, I'm confused because I thought Zed Leplin was the colt. You have a Turf Miler colt. Is it not Zed Leplin? Because this is clearly a mare. So I'm confused. So Zed Leplin won the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf 3 years ago. Also, her headshot is 10 out of 10. Number 14, Big Budge for Chris Barber, who also has the 15 Rijkaard. Rounding out the field, Tribbling Cats for Andrew James. It's a great field. So many have a shot, but they've all got to beat the Rebecca Rose Hepburn pair on the rail. Oh, I'm thinking of Mecha Dreams. Yeah, that's true. I am thinking of Mecha Dreams. It's post time. Whoa, 61,000 in the pool.
Oh my god, that's almost the handle of the harness track.
That counts. Everyone should take a shot now.
Shot, 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 shot! Alright. Oh yeah, this reminds me of me almost wanting to introduce the Hindenburg to your children because of Zed Leplin. Luckily, I restrained from my amazing history facts. It blew up. Okay, we're in. They're all in line for the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf Mile. They're off! Zed Leplin, who would have thunk it, rises up and takes the early lead As the Shedro turns, goes into the second spot. The Bishop's Wife is in third with Brave Girl is Game. Then it's Athela Z. Winterborn is sixth, Big Fudge, along with Loaxana, and then it is Ridgecard, Tribbling Cats, along with Spirit of the Dance, and then Lae'zel, the Digital Age, Night Swimming, Karma Knight, and Super Silver Philly. Zed Leplin has opened up their lead significantly. It's now nearly 3 lengths now for Zed Leplin as we continue on down the backstretch, as the schedule turns into second, with the Bishop's Wipe third, along with Brave Girl's Game, and Athela Z, Loaxana, Big Fudge, Winterborn, Ridgecard, Spirit of the Dance, Tribbling Cats, Lae'zel, the Digital Age, Night Swimming, Karma Knight, and Super Silver Philly. Zed Leplin now opens it up to 3, pushing it 3 lengths now as we now hit the top of the stretch. Zed Leplin is going to be the one with a huge target on their back. Everyone wants to destroy the Zed Leplin, but on the outside, here goes Spirit of the Dance in hot pursuit. Lae'zel is also flying forward. Lae'zel and Spirit of the Dance opens up a new gear, and they have now taken over the lead. Zed Leplin is crawling on home for second place with Lae'zel, but it's Spirit of the Dance, a confident 2-length victor. And then it was Zed Leplin with Lae'zel, the Digital Age, and Athela Z. The official winner, Spirit of the Dance. This is a 4-year-old black filly by Mecha Spirit out of Bombaleo by Still Dancin', owned by Andrea. I'm gonna butcher this. Bucomp. I'm sorry. Who is?
Can you preview the next one? I'm on the phone with them.
Sure, I can do that. I'm dying over here. All right, they're 9 for 21 lifetime. Congratulations to all. All right, what's next on the itinerary for me today? It's the big one! Not the Stewards Cup Classic, but we still have a huge event going on here. The Stewards Cup Dirt Mile. 13 horses with one who, for many, is either the greatest nuisance or their greatest fan. Number 1, Dimples. Adorable. Mike Springer, 7 wins from 21 starts with 8 second-place finishes. A real knock-on-the-door type of horse. They've won their last 2 in a row, though, so maybe they're going to move up in the world. Number 2, Count Bayou. Tiaku Downs and Severino Hawkinson. 10 wins from 21 starts. They most recently won 2 straight allowance races. Now they're going right into the thick of it. Number 3, Firefighter. Tom Mudgett, 7 wins from 11 starts with 3 second-place finishes. Their last start was actually the first where they finished off the board. Before that, they took the Miracle Mile. Never saw that movie. Number 4, this horse, I don't really know if anyone really knows who this guy is, but Konaseg? Named after a car, I believe. Yulin Zara, 18 wins from 26 starts lifetime with 6 second-place finishes. They are coming in off of a title defense in the Marvel Stakes, and they also won a sponsored race, the Wacombe Stakes. They won the Desert Mile. They won the Pegasus Dirt Mile. They won last year's Stewards Cup Dirt Mile. They've won more Dirt Mile Grade 1 races than any other horse in the history of ever. But they still have one more to go. Number 5, Dark Saber, Durzo Blint. 6 wins from 16 starts, 7 seconds, and 1/3. They were second in the Marvel Stakes to Konaseg. Before that, they were second in the Seattle Mile to Jurassican. Before that, they then won the Long Island Mile over Konaseg, so they have the ability to slay the champion. But usually, they are bitter rivals with poor Konaseg, and usually on the receiving end. Yeah, these two have fought for eons. It's an amazing battle. Number 6, Kryless. No! Okay, it is Laurel Adams, 4 wins from 11 starts. They won the Hickamit Stakes, and before that they won the Ace Ventura, alrighty then. Number 7, Nautic Z, flies in Hambletonian, 4 wins from 11 starts. They won the Frisco Kid in an allowance race. Now they're going into the Stewards Cup. Before that, they were 6th in the Stewards Cup Futurity and 2nd in the Ace Ventura Stakes already then. Number 8, it is Perico Leon. Cesar Reyes, 5 wins from 10 starts, 2nd in a Grade 3. Before that, they won a Grade 2. They did win the Long Island Futurity and the Legacy Juvenile Mile a while ago. Number 9, Mark O. Polo. Yulin Zara. I guess that would it be so ironic if this is the Yulin Zara horse that actually wins it? Everyone's favorite, Marco Polo. This horse was 4th in the Marvel Stakes behind their stablemate, Konaseg. Then they were 2nd in the Oceanside Mile. they won a listed stake race. Cool. Number 10, Jurassic Inn. Steward bred Sherry Crow. 6 wins from 12 starts. 5 second place finishes. They won the late year something, I don't know, Armor Down. They won the Derby Mile. That's good. And the Lexington Futurity. So they have a lot of talent. Number 11, Drew Crusade. Steward bred Paul Sellers. $171,500. Very cheap for a Steward bred. They've made back that money. Also won a Grade 2 and a Grade 3 Legacy Mile. Wait, what? There's a Grade 3, a Grade 2, and a Grade 1 Legacy Mile. Is this some trilogy that I just totally zoned out on? Okay. Number 12, Wife Holder. Polk Buffalo. 5 wins, 11 starts, 6th in a race last time out. Then they were 7th. Thank you. They won allowance races. Number 13, Belmondo. Ronnie D. 6 for 6. This could be interesting. This is a young, up-and-coming star who has now accelerated from just being a maiden at the start of the year to winning all 6 of their starts. They're now going to have to try and win a Grade 1 race, and it's going to be against the biggest and baddest of them all. I admire this little dude. I want him to win. All right. The Stewards Cup Dirt Mile, the send-off of a champion, or the crowning of a new one, or revenge for an old rival. Who shall it be? They're off in the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile. Jurassic Inn, to the early lead by a head. Belmondo, right behind in second with Darksaber third. Marco Polo, Dimples, Koenigsegg is going to take their spot in 6th place. Firefighter is 7th with Nautic Z 8th. Then Count Bayou with Perico Leon and Do Crusade. Cry Less and Wife Holder is going to be at the back of the pack. It's now Darksaber who is going to take an aggressive move here. It's Darksaber who has now taken over the lead from Jurassic Inn, and Belmondo. Dimples is in 4th with Marco Polo. Koenigsegg, no move from them yet. They're still on the gas pedal, or haven't really pressed on it yet. Firefighter is in 7th with Nautic Z, Count Bayou, Perico Leon, Cryless, Do Crusade, and Wife Holder. So it's Darksaber the leader with Jurassic Inn and Belmondo. Koenigsegg has made their move on the outside, and they're picking it up. They go past Dimples, they go past Belmondo, they go past Jurassic Inn, and now it's time for their old friend Darksaber as we round the far turn. Darksaber repels and now takes over for a length, but Koenigsegg has a second gear, and now a third gear. They've opened up. They're already a length in front as we hit the top of the stretch. Darksaber trying as valiantly as ever, but it's just not going to be enough. Koenigsegg has opened up. Cryless now moves into the second position, but we are looking at the crowning final jewel of a brilliant career from the Emperor of the Dirt Mile, Koenigsegg. 19 wins from 27 starts. Nearly flawless creature. Beautiful and magnificent. Koenigsegg has won.
Take a breath.
No! No! Fine. Alright, fine. The official winner is Koenigsegg. This is a 4-year-old black horse, or a 5-year-old black horse by Desamel Tour out of Sparking, Kentucky. Owned and bred by Yulene Zara, 19 wins from 27 starts with 6 seconds. Congratulations on a great career for a brilliant horse. And now back to you.
I have no idea who won the race before this when I was out of the room.
I don't really remember either. I'm like a goldfish.
Congratulations on the super horse. He is not retiring.
He's not?
Nope, so never mind. Your race call sucks. It was great, except for that part.
Damn it to hell! Well, at least we get more of him.
That's
Sorry.
true. He's awesome. Alright, so it was the Filly and Mare Turf Mile that I missed. Who won that?
I am sorry, everybody. I failed you.
I had to look back. Oh, was that Spirit of the Dance? Okay, cool. Just me talking to myself up in here, guys. My mares have his picture hanging on their stalls. That's how I feel, Kelly. Okay, so next up, we have the Filly and Mare Turf. Post time was 3 minutes ago. Luckily, I built in all that extra time around those marathon races. We have a field of 16, and this field is aces. On the fence, Chukyo for Jess Dowson. She leased this one from Danny Derby. It's really too bad that this horse is a lease, because Danny would never sell this horse to me, and I was 100% going to come at Jess with some crazy offer because I want this horse. Number 2, Lost and Found for Greg Wynn T, a 5-year-old mare who's seeking her 7th lifetime win. Cleopatra with the 3-year-old filly Playhouse. She has earned $1.2 million already. She won last year's Bun Barrette. Number 4, Arima Kanen for Carol Hansen, your winner of this year's Saudi Turf Cup. She keeps knocking at the door in these big races. She's earned $5.4 million, but she has yet to win a Steward's Cup. She was 4th in the Turf last year, 2nd in the Bun Barrette as a 2-year-old. This has been one of the top horses in the division for the last few years. Number 5, Inappropriate Impact for Joey DePaulo. This one is 5 for 9 lifetime. David Howard has the 6 Selkie epithet by August Rodin. Yes, I know that August is booked full right now. Yes, I'm going to release more spots. You don't all have to be blowing up my inbox. I'll get to it at some point. This horse has won 8 of 10 lifetime starts, including multiple grade 1 races, so watch out for Selkie epithet. Number 7, Run Swift, a 5-year-old mare for Keith Place, 17 for 26 lifetime. What more can you say than that? Number 8, Technicolor Blues for Yulene Zara. The daughter of Megapixels is 12 for 23, and she was 4th in this race last year. She was also last year's European champion filly. Number 9, Dream of Grey for Donnie Hidalgo. The daughter of Dorian Gray is 11 for 22 lifetime, coming off a grade 1 win. Number 10, your defending champion in here. This is Itty Bit for Erin Sanderson, the daughter of Stillfire. 16 starts, 10 wins, 6 seconds. Do the math. Number 11, Me and the Sky for Nicole Marie. Another August Rodin here out of In the Air Tonight. 10 for 19. Great training job on this millionaire. And she has a cute headshot. Number 12, Bounding for Lily Wilkins. Royally bred. Lily, you want to sell? Let's go. 5 for 10 lifetime. She was 7th in the ARC, but before that won the Japanese Oaks. Number 13, Sarah also has Pixelation. Another megapixels in here. Check out this record. 9 wins. Okay. And 9 seconds. That is very frustrating. Out of 24 starts, she is also a multiple grade 1 winner. Number 14, Set My World on Fire for Tim Matthews, homebred by Artillerymen. This one was 15th in the ARC last out. Are you okay? Dude has had 4 Capri Suns.
3.
What is that? Oh, is that one not opened yet?
It's not complete.
Okay.
Besides, I need something to fill my lungs. They're collapsing over here.
Okay, do you need to go home?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself.
15, hold on. Kruengbin. Okay, that's the only time I'm saying that. The daughter of Linus is out of Shiloh, who won 2 Stewards Cup races, including this one, for Rolled Gold. Rounding out the field, Rebella for Anku Khan. The daughter of Impacts is 3 for 14. And that's your field. We're about 5 minutes behind time. Whoops.
Alright.
You ready? You gonna be okay to call this race?
I'm always ready. Feeling my turf? Alright, let me just get one more sneeze out and then I'll be ready to go. It disappeared. My sneeze disappeared. What? Okay. Alright, we're off in the Stewards Cup Filly Mare Turf. Me in the Sky in front by a length. Then it's Playhouse, Run Swift, along with Selkie Epithets, Technicolor Blues, along with Crew Nogbin, Arimikinen, Set My World on Fire, Bounding, Itty Bit, Chukyo, along with Pixelation, and then it's Rebella, along with Inappropriate Impact, and then Lost and Found with Dream of Grey at the back of the pack in the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Me in the Sky, setting a nice easy pace. They open things up to 2.5 lengths. Technicolor Blues is in second, barely ahead of Crew Nogbin, Selkie Epithet, Playhouse, Irimikinen, Run Swift, Set My World on Fire in the middle of the pack. It's another length back to Bounding, Chukyo, Itty Bit, Lost and Found, Pixelation, Inappropriate Impact, Rebella, and Dream of Grey. As we continue on down the backstretch, nose blow break. Sorry. Anyways, back to the horse race. So what's going on now? Oh, would you look at that? Arima Kanen has now taken over the lead while I was busy blowing my nose. They are faster than a snot. Run Swift is in second place. Playhouse. Shots, everybody. Shots. Me in the Sky goes into the fourth spot. Set My World on Fire. Me in the Sky is falling back. Itty Bit, Technicolor Blues, and Pixelation. And then it is Bounding, Crew Nagbin, Rebella, Sulky Elpathet. Chukyo is back to 13th. Ream of Grey, Lost in Town, and Inappropriate Impact is at the back of the pack now. So Arima Kinen is going for the Stewards Cup today as we hit the top of the stretch. Arima Kinen in front by 3/4 of a length. Itty Bit is moving their way up the pack, and not so Itty Bit at all. They're moving from 6th, now to 5th, now to 4th, now to 3rd, and now to 2nd, but Arima Kinen halts their progress and is fighting on gamely. They're still in front by a length now. Itty Bit moves up and tries to grind down their lead, but not by much. Playhouse goes up to 3rd, but it's all Arima Kinen in the Stewards Cup. Filly and Mare Turf. Itty Bit was 2nd, Playhouse 3rd, Run Swift, and then Pixelation was 5th. The official winner, Arima Kinen. This is a 5-year-old gray mare by Improvisational out of Fiery Eyes by Moon-Faced, homebred for Carol Hansen. I know this must mean the world to you, Carol Hansen. 12 wins from 24 starts, a 50% record, but the 50% pendulum swung in the right direction for them today. All right, now off to the next race.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm going to do one of these fast ones so that we can catch up since we are definitely behind, and obviously I don't want to run out of time. So next up... Yes, I'm going to go fast now. So next up is the Filly and Mare Sprint. Xerxes Blue for Autumn Blackmail. Finally Inspired for Matthew Caveras. Number 3, Elite of the Elite for Gigi Go Faster. Anku Khan has Time Night Fire. Cortisol, the 5 for Brandon Schultz. Number 6, Cacophonista for Zealine Sara. Chris Barber has Trafalgar Square. Lavender Sky for Randall Johnson. Carl Smythe Homebred Time of Scorpio. Then Like a Tempest for Gigi Go Faster. Emancipation for Chris Barber. Sensational Spark for Darcy McBride. Then Nina Olsen's Safest Place to Hide. Lakeside Dew. And Left Elated is at the outside for Mike Bryant. I got confused that I was not calling a race. I was running through the horses. But I am going to call this race because I think poor Nathan needs to breathe and hit his inhaler and eat his pizza and blow his nose. So I'm just going to call the race. They're off in the Filly and Mare Sprint. Safest Place to Hide broke well from the gate towards the outside. Cacophonista and Lakeside Dew is wide. Sensational Spark, Time Night Fire, Finally Inspired in Time of Scorpio, Trafalgar Square, Cortisol Left Elated, then Xerxes Blue down on the rail, Lavender Sky, Elite of the Elite, Emancipation, and Like a Tempest is last. As they hit the half-mile pole, it's Safest Place to Hide, who's opened up 4-5 lengths on Cacophonista and Lakeside Dew. Sensational Spark, Time Night Fire, Time of Scorpio, Finally Inspired, Cortisol, and Trafalgar Square. As they sweep around to the top of the stretch, it's been Safest Place to Hide, and she's still leading by 6 lengths. Safest Place to Hide, Time of Scorpio chasing her, Sensational Spark. Here's Trafalgar Square from the back of the pack, Cortisol and Time Night Fire. Xerxes Blue trying to get involved, but they're all chasing Safest Place to Hide, a runaway winner in the Filly and Mare Sprint. Safest Place to Hide wins it over Time of Scorpio, Trafalgar Square, Cortisol, Sensational Spark, and Xerxes Blue. Yeah, dude's taking a hit of his inhaler, I told you.
I can quit anytime I want.
Stop yelling. The official winner, I clicked over and I've already forgotten, is Safest Place to Hide, a 5-year-old black mare by Rock and Roll, out of Quit Playing Games by Tell Me Why, for Nina Olsen, a homebred who is now 15 for 26 lifetime. Next up, we have the Turf Mile. I love this field. Remember what I said about the dirt sprint where I was like, oh my god, there's so many future stallions in this race. Also valid. Okay, on the fence for Andrew James, Perrin Ibarra. Sapling for Rebecca Rose Hepburn has already won a Stewards Cup and the Pegasus and the Saudi Turf Mile. Puma Paws for Xander Zone is a filly. She's a 5-year-old mare, and she is awesome, a millionaire. Then comes I skipped a bunch. Bayad Spirit for Tamara Estes, Lucas Davenport's Dark Title Holder, Moonraker Z for Fleas and Hambletonian, Tamara Estes, El Quarterleo. Vorsala for Andrew James, and Andrew also has the Red Door. Yuleen has Marvelous Town. Blue and Ginger for Jonathan Fisher. Trastevere for Trastevere Peru. Selkie Legend for David Howard. Then 60s Spirit, Gilgamesh for Danny Derby. And Mecha Dreams is on the outside for Diane Townsend. Mecha Dreams is your defending champion in this race. He won it last year. Let's rock and roll. Do you want me to call this one too, or are you functioning again?
I got it. I am calm. I am sound. I'm ready to go.
Okay, he says he's okay.
Like, seriously, I'm fine. Okay, okay, folks. We're all in line ready for the Stewards Cup Turf Mile. We got a great field for us today. Let's see what happens. And we're off and racing. Trastevere, already showing early speed, in front by a whole length and a half. Puma Paz goes into the second spot, just barely ahead of El Cordalejo. Then it's Sipling in fourth with Moonraker Z, then Blue and Ginger, along with Silky Legend in the middle of the pack. Mecha Dreams, your defending champion, just barely ahead of Dark Title Holder, Ba'id Spirit. And then it's the Red Door with Perrin Abera, Vor Sella, and at the back of the pack, we got Gilgamesh, 60 Spirit, and Marvelous Town in the Stewards Cup Turf Mile. It is Trastevere, now opening up their lead just a little bit further now, just elongating their stride. Puma Paz still in second with El Cordalejo, who is just a bit ahead of more than a quarter of the field. Sapling, Moonraker Z, along with Dark Title Holder, Silky Legend, Blue and Ginger in the middle of the track now. Ba'id Spirit, Mecha Dreams drops back 2 places and is now 10th. The Red Door with Perrin Abera, Vorsala, Gilgamesh with 60 Spirit, and Marvelous Town remains at the back of the pack. So Trastevere is just continuing to jog along here. They're cruising. What a lovely vehicle this is, but on 4 hooves instead of wheels. They're in front by 2.5 lengths now. Puma Paz remains in second. Now moving up, it is going to be Sapling. Sapling has taken over from El Cordalejo. Silky Legend is now 4th. El Cordalejo is 5th. Mecha Dreams begins to move up and is now in the 6th spot as we're rounding the far turn. It is Trastevere. They're still the one to catch. Puma Paz is starting to fade. Mecha Dreams is picking up speed, and so is Silky Legend, but Trastevere has opened up quite a bit of a lead here. They're going to be the one to catch. It is Trastevere in front by a length, but Silky Legend is starting to dig into it. Silky Legend on the outside. Mecha Dreams is right behind them. They're flying late, all trying their best, but Trastevere is game. They're coming down the wire. It's 3 of them with less than half a length separating them. It is Trastevere who's just going to hang on by a neck. Silky Legend was second, Mecha Dreams was third, Sapling fourth, and Puma Paz. Bit longer than I wish it was. Whoops, sorry guys. The official winner, Trastevere. Where is he on this information list? There we go.
It's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, I know, right? That sucks. But anyways, this is a 6-year-old Dark Bay horse by Bo out of Vaz by Sione. That was really easy. Steward bred owned by Trastevere Peru, who is now 13 for 31 lifetime. Congratulations. Ooh, that's a cute headshot. Good looking.
Doesn't seem to matter how fast we go. We're still not going fast enough.
Don't blame me.
I love Trastevere. I'm a big fan. I mean, I love Sapling too, but I just think he's a cool boy. Alright, next up. Oops, I closed the window. We have the ladies' route. Oh gosh, the first of the longies. Oh, painful.
Just speed through the field, I can make up the difference.
I think this is a 10-minute one. Let's look.
Is it?
Ladies' route. No, it's a lie. It's a 5. We're screwed. We're already past post time. Okay, we have a field of 14. On the fence for Mike Prevost, Lolo Love. Durzo Blint has the 2 Perfect Deception. Jaipur Palace for Norman Architecture is the 3. Then comes Adult with Braces for Tim Matthews. Yulene has Dang it, I said this horse's name some other time. Passamaquoddy. Then comes Majestic Prayer for Mike Bryant. Ash Terrison with the Chris Bobby bred Surprise. Danny Derby Homebred Wonder by Wonder is 7 for 9. Brandon McNulty with the 3-year-old filly Remnant. Baltimore Belle for Kent Saunders. Maria Schroeder with Lakin. Lakin is a millionaire. Piglet for Eric Nalbone. Ash Terrison has Pulse. And on the outside for Lily Wilkins, Affair to Remember. This is actually a really nice field too. Sorry that Eric Nalbone says that something is atrocious. I don't know what's atrocious, but he regrets only having Piglet in here. Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Why not rabbit?
Get out of here with that. All right, a 1.5 mile race. Feel free to make it less than a 1.5 miles because of the we're late and behind situation. Go.
That's what I would do. They're off, and it's over. They're off. Pulse with Adult with Braces, Low Low Love, and then it is Passamaquoddy along with Jaipur Place, and then Lakin, Surprised, Wonder by Wonder, Affair to Remember, Perfect Deception, Remnant, Baltimore Belle, and then Piglet and Majestic Prayer early on. Pulse leads nearly the whole way as we fast forward through this race. Pulse opened it up to 2 lengths and then nearly 4 lengths as we now go into the top of the stretch, and then it was a constant swapping of placings behind them. But the one to try and challenge Pulse would come from a horse named Wonder by Wonder. Wonder by Wonder surged from the 6th spot and then passed a bunch of horses to now challenge Pulse. It was going to be these two who were going to decide it in this half a mile or mile and a half race. I guess I'm talking about it like it's half a mile. Pulse fights on gamely. Lakin was back in 3rd, but Wonder by Wonder, after chasing them down, wins by a full length. Pulse was in 2nd, Lakin was in 3rd, and then Remnant was 4th with Perfect Deception in 5th. That was the end of our story, the end. The official winner, Wonder by Wonder. Danny Derby, Master of Deception, Whole New World, 8 for 10 lifetime.
Okay, even I wasn't paying attention how fast you were doing that, and I was like, wait, it's over.
You wanted me to speed through that.
I did. Okay, so next up, we do have the marathon. 4 races left on the card. And we have a field of 12. On the fence for Donnie Hidalgo, a double hype. The son of Wonder Hype is 11 for 15. He, the Colossus, for Brandon McNulty is a $1.6 million earner. He's won 10 times. Number 3, the Look of Eagles for Robert Mertz. This guy ran a 96 speed figure. He has won 2 straight races, and he is by Mace. Number 4, Scoville for Cleopatra. 2 for 16 with 8 second place finishes. He's always going to be right there. He ran 2nd in the Scott Island Memorial Desert Marathon earlier this season. Number 5, Don Carnage for Yulene Sarah. The son of War Like Me is he retiring before I get excited and tell people he's retiring, and then you're like, nah, bruh, he's going to run at 6? Let me know. The son of War Like Me is 11 for 25. He did win the Long Island Classic a few years ago. Last year in this race, he ran 2nd to Sa Diablo. Number 6, Empere for Ash Terracin. The gelded son of Deshawn is 5 for 16. Here's Sa Diablo, your defending champion in here for Emily Mitchell. A 6-year-old son of Mace is 6 for 22, $1.9 million earned. Number 8, Bok Choy Boy for Xander Zone. A son of Dave Matthews Band, 4 for 25 lifetime. He has not won since a grade 2 going short week 10 of last year. Number 9, Strawberry Kingdom for Evangelos Marinis, 4 for 22 lifetime. Hasn't run in a stakes race in over a year. Number 10, Solinya for Mike Prevost. The son of War Like Me is 6 for 16. He has won 3 in a row. 11 is Torchlight for Darcy McBride. The son of Light Song is out of Spooky. This is a Steward who's just 2 for 8, very lightly raced. Oh, he was 7th in the Derby. Number 12, and on the outside, Megamind for Glenn Culver. Another son of Kingdom of Spiders here. 5 for 13 lifetime. He won a grade 2, 3 back. That's your field in this 2-mile race.
Is this a 10-minute one?
This is. So we've caught up to where post time is technically 1 minute ago. So you have time. But not too much, because...
I'll call the races at just 3 minutes.
Perfect. Love that.
Alright, so in contrast to the last race where I kind of just made up something on the spot, let's actually do a real play-by-play here. The Stewards Cup Marathon, the longest race on the card, 2 miles. Who's it going to be? And we're off in the Stewards Cup Marathon. Let's set out the scene. Torchlight, right to the early lead, with double hype into 2nd. He, the Colossus. Bok Choy Boy was in 4th after a rough beginning. Strawberry Kingdom was not too enthusiastic early, but then again, he has 2 miles to make up for it. The Look of Eagles is in 6th, with Scoville in the 7th spot, not really upping the spice just yet, keeping things nice and milquetoast for now. Don Carnage is in 8th, with Sa Diablo, the defending champion. The 1-2 horses are going to be near the back of the pack early in this iteration of the Stewards Cup Marathon. Stolen is in 10th, followed by Ampere, and Megamind is plotting his plan at the back of the pack in the Stewards Cup Marathon. So Torchlight is going to remain our leader. now in front by 2 lengths, taking on the burden of setting the pace in this gargantuan of a race. Double Hype is going to live up to the double part for now and be second. He the Colossus remains third with Bok Choy Boy. Strawberry Kingdom remains fifth with the Look of Eagles looking like sixth place. Don Carnage has moved up slightly. Scoville remains low. In the eighth spot, Sa Diablo remains ninth. Stolen Ya is 10th with Ampere. And then it is Megamind in the Steward's Cup Marathon. What a nice, easy cruise now down the backstretch of the Steward's Cup Marathon. Dawn at the hooves of Torchlight. Their lead continues to elongate. It goes from 1 length, then it's now 2 lengths, and now he's testing his luck and going to 3 lengths. Double Hype remains second. It's another 2.5 to He the Colossus. They have completely separated themselves. Don Carnage has slowly turned on the burners here and has moved up into the 4th spot, with Bok Choy Boy now 5th. The Look of Eagle stays 6th. Strawberry Kingdom falls back. Sa Diablo goes up 1 spot. They might have to start to get going here. You think you have all the time in the world in the marathon, but you don't. Then it's Scoville, Stolen Ya, Ampere, and Megamind is still last. Like most of his plans, this may fail. It is Torchlight who is remaining the leader here in the Steward's Cup Marathon. It's 3 lengths as we're rounding the far turn. You think it never comes, but here it is. And so far, no one has caught Torchlight. They're still in front by 3 lengths. Don Carnage, though, moves up into the 2nd spot and has now passed Double Hype. Don Carnage trying to eat away at their lead. Torchlight is begging for the finish. They've ran a courageous race. Don Carnage on the outside.
For the finish.
I know, but the stopwatch says that I still have 20 seconds to go. Anyways, thank you, Killjoy. Anyways, Torchlight is in front by a full length. Don Carnage flying late on the outside. Who's it gonna be? It looks like Torchlight has won the Steward's Cup Marathon. Don Carnage, unlucky again, in 2nd place with Double Hype. Sa Diablo ran 4th this year, and Stolen Ya was 5th. Torchlight, the lightly raced horse, but clearly with a lot of talent. The official winner, Torchlight, Darcy McBride, a Stewart bred. Shouldn't you be happy? Your horse won.
I'm not listening.
The dam, James Dean, was the dam sire. 3 for 9 lifetime for this 3-year-old colt. Wonder what they'll do in the future. Anyways, back to you.
Hold on, I'm writing a text.
Oh, and I'm supposed to hurry up.
Okay, I'm done. Oh my gosh, we've made it. We have 4 minutes until post time. Good job catching up, Nathan and me. Congratulations to all the winners so far. I feel like we could slow it down here a minute and take a breath. All right, next up we do have the distaff. Before I get into that, who's going to join me tonight for the 2 grade 1s in Australia?
I am. Not physically. I'm going to watch them in my own time.
You're not physically going to join me? That reminds me to set an alarm for that so that I definitely don't forget to come do it. Not that I've ever been known to do that before. There, alarm set. Also, turning off morning alarm for work because I don't have to work early tomorrow. All right. The distaff is next. We have a field of 15. On the fence for Danny Derby is your Louisville Oaks winner, and this is Genova. The daughter of Henry is out of Into the Unknown. 4 for 9 lifetime. Number 2 is Spillways for Jack Meyer. This daughter of Acid Test is out of Louisville Derby winning filly Crimson Horizons. I love Spillways. I think she's such a cool filly. She is a grade 1 winner, and she even beat the boys earlier this year. Number 3, last year's Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies heroine. This is Bella Swan for Sam Clearwater. This girl was 2nd in the Louisville Oaks, 2nd in the Z Princess Memorial, 2nd in the Midsummer Oaks, and 2nd in the Loki Reflection. She absolutely cannot get out of her own way this year. She's only won once the whole season, but her record does not explain how good this filly is. She is a daughter of instinctive belief. Portrait in Death is the 4 for Danny Derby. The daughter of War Like Me is 12 for 21 lifetime. She ran 5th in this race last year. She's coming off 3 straight grade 1 wins. Number 5, Buckle Up Buttercup for Durzo Blint. The daughter of Valley of Fire is out of Ellie Bell, 5 for 15 lifetime. Number 6, I Dream of You by Strange the Dreamer for Laurel Adams. 4 for 16 lifetime, coming off a grade 2 win. Number 7, Mystery Like Me. Poke Buffalo with the Daughter of War Like Me is 2 for 11 lifetime, third in a grade 1 last out. Enchanted is the 8 for Laura Ferguson, the Daughter of Kingdom of Spiders out of a Heart of the Storm mare, 5 for 8 lifetime. She's coming off a grade 1 win. She's actually won 2 of those this year. Number 9, Kelly for Eric Nowbone. Now, Eric is confusing me because, correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, if you're still here, but you have Kelly and Kylie, and I swear this is the same filly. Like, why would you do that to me, to have 2 horses named the same thing at the same time? Like, I cannot. No, they're not, the other one's not in here, but I never know which one is which. Like, I feel like they're the same horse. So this is the one that ran in the Louisville Derby, finished 4th, beaten only 2 lengths for the victory. She's that good. She ran in the Long Island Classic, finished 3rd, won the Midsummer Oaks, 2nd in the Pine Island Memorial. That was kind of a weird race. I don't know why she was in that particular spot, but she's got to be a big favorite in here. She's out of Schuylkill. Number 10, Enderal for Ash Terrison, the Daughter of Delirium, is 4 for 11, coming off a very nice allowance win with a 96. Number 11, How Did You Love for Aaron Sanderson, another War Like Me here. This one's earned exactly $900,000, 900,000. She's a winner of the Grade 1 Set Them Free handicap earlier this year. Number 12, Warzone Z. It's Warzone, but I assume it was Warzone? I don't know. Fleason with the Grade 2 winner. 2 for just 7 lifetime, very lightly raced. Number 13, Gimme a Beer. That's probably what the entry clerk is saying right now after listening to me and Nathan for the last 2 hours. 4 for 17 lifetime. Nathan just asked him if he liked beer. Oh my lord. This is your winner of the Sun Devil Distaff earlier this season. Number 14, Love Ballads, your defending champion in this race. This year she won the Rampage Handicap, hasn't been able to find the winner's circle since then. Nina Olson looking for her second victory of the night. Rounding out the field, number 15, Squalor for Emily Mitchell. The Daughter of War Like Me is out of Zoya, 4 for 13 lifetime. She's coming off a grade 1 win in New York, and that's your field. A phenomenal field in the distaff, as it always is. Kelly references Kelly Green. Kylie is Jason Kelsey's wife's name. Please tell me that you've made the pedigrees so that Kylie and Kelsey can have babies, because if not, you've completely blown that opportunity. Here is Nathan.
That'd be one sick joke if they couldn't do it. You know, I think physically, I've never felt better tonight. Alright, folks, it's time for the distaff. And we're off and racing. Kelly goes to the early lead. Spillways into second with Squalor and I Dream of You. Love Ballads, your defending champion, is in fifth with Genova, the Oaks winner. Bella Swan, the filly who has sung the blues this year. Enchanted, followed by Portrait in Death. Then it's Enderal, How Did You Love, with Buckle Up, Buttercup, Give Me a Beer. And then Mystery Like Me and Warzone Z is the last of them all in the Steward's Cup Distaff. Oh, this is so golly gee. It is Spillways who's taken over from Kelly. So now these two are in a bit of a pace duel. Spillways now in front by half a length. Kelly is into second. Squalor is in third. I Dream of You remains in fourth, but they're at least 5 lengths behind. Love Ballads remains fifth with Bella Swan, Genova, Portrait in Death, Enchanted, Enderal, Buckle Up Buttercup, How'd You Lose, Give Me a Beer, Mystery Like Me, and Warzone Z as we continue on down the back stretch. Throat cleared, ready to go. Kelly takes back the lead from Spillways. They are still way clear of the rest of the pack. Love Ballads moves up into the third spot. They are eyeing the two, but Kelly and Spillways are at least 4 lengths ahead of everybody else. Enchanted is in fourth with Squalor, then Genova now moves up a slot to be sixth. I Dream of You is seventh. Bella Swan is halfway through the pack. Portrait in Death, Buckle Up Buttercup, How Did You Lose, or Love. And then it's Enderal with Mystery Like Me. Give Me a Beer is in the penultimate spot now, and Warzone Z is at the back of the pack. Kelly and Spillways lead them into the top of the stretch, but their battle has proven too taxing. And now, Enchanted is moving up through the field with Love Ballads. Love Ballads is starting to flatten. Spillways and Kelly also getting leg weary, but Enchanted has only gotten stronger and is now past the 2 feuding horses and is going to win by a length. Spillways was second, barely ahead of Kelly. Love Ballads ran alright to be fourth, and then it was Bella Swan who goes for fifth. The official winner is Enchanted. It's a 3-year-old Dark Bay filly by Laura Ferguson out of Kingdom of Spiders at a swift lead by Heart of the Storm, who is now 6 for 9 lifetime. Congratulations.
Just 2 races left on the night now. We come up to the Stewards Cup Turf. They're going a mile and a half with $4 million on the line. And you know how Eric said some mean stuff about whatever race that was? He said something about where he wished he'd run another horse. Was that the last race? I don't know. There was some race.
There's the one with Piglet.
Oh, yeah, the one with Piglet in it. This is like weirdly not the best turf that we've ever seen. We've seen some really good ones. Now, the good horses who are in here are good, but there's some horses in here that I'm like, what were you aiming to accomplish here, and where are the horses that would have kicked you out? I don't know. This race is weird.
I hope they win just to spite you.
That has happened before, so. On the fence for Cleopatra, Crypto, the son of King of Steel, coming off a second place ever in the Arc de Triomphe. He's earned $2.9 million. I do believe he's retiring. He did win last year's Melbourne Trophy. Number 2 for Kelly Haggerty, Deceitful Impact, 5 for 9. He's only earned $118,000, but he is coming off 2 straight wins, including the Tokyo Trial. Number 3, Truth. Evangelist Marinis, with a daughter of Galenus here, 1 for 22 lifetime. Hasn't won in the last 10 starts. Number 4 for Fleason, Imponerande Z, 5 for 15 lifetime with 5 seconds, coming off a listed win in Spain. The last Stewards Cup runner for Stormy Peak is number 5, Gallagher, the son of Improvisational, 7 for 17. He's earned $4.2 million. This is last year's Arc de Triomphe winner. Has not won yet this year. Will he go out a winner? Number 6, Nighttime for Nick Gilmore. The son of the Dark Knight is 15 for 19 lifetime. What a training job here with this multiple Grade 1 winner. Number 7, Extortionist for Kent Saunders, a 3-year-old son of Impact, 6 for 8, never been worse than third. Number 8, Montemarte for Rolled Gold. This one, he's got this one and another one, like, I don't know, they're both M horses. It's like the Kylie Kelly thing. I can't keep track of Rolled Gold's 3-year-olds, or turf horses with M names. It's just too much for my brain, guys. Third in the Arc de Triomphe, beaten just a half length for the victory. Did win a Grade 2 earlier this year and was third in the English Champion Stakes at the end of last year. Number 9, My Italian Stallion for April Hoffman, coming off a non-winners of 5 victory last out. Number 10, Wicked Rodan for Tamara Estes, the son of August Rodan, is 5 for 14, also coming off an allowance win. Other side for Tim Matthews, a $5.7 million earner. This guy won the Saudi Turf Marathon 2 years in a row. Last year took the Chicago Million. He's here back in the Stewards Cup today with every chance to win it after running 6th in the Arc. Number 12, Loveless Pact for Poke Buffalo. The son of Impacts is 4 for 11 lifetime. He won the Grade 1 Melbourne Derby earlier this year. Rodan's Door for Bexley Robotnik is a Alexander Jasmine bred who has won a whopping 11 for 19, including his last 7, this is a mare, her last 7 in a row. Rounding out the field, number 14, Brown Foreman for Ryan Whitehead, a 6-year-old by only 1. This one's out of Queensland Rocket, remember her, 8 for 29 lifetime, $500,000 earned, Grade 1 place behind Nighttime. Last out, that is your field for the turf. We have 4 whole minutes to go. Big day.
Nice. You know, that's a nice sigh of relief after a chaotic broadcast.
Thank you, Carol, for knowing what I was talking about.
I think I've gone through the 5 stages of grief during this entire broadcast, and now I'm at acceptance. Take me.
So, Cleo says Cinema didn't run here because he already won it. She's trying to win it with Crypto.
Interesting. Any other big, surprise stories?
Oh yeah, Vroom Vroom Kaboom was supposed to be in here, but there was a little shipping error with him, so he's not here.
Oh, that's a bunch of hockey.
But that's okay. He's only 3, so he can just come next year.
Still, that's unfortunate. It's bittersweet. It's like the real world.
It happens.
But this is a game. Still, this actually is kind of subversively interesting.
This race or
The race.
yeah, I think it's a cool race.
Because it's interesting to have all these, like, newcomers, shoot big.
Yeah, it's really top heavy. The race.
But maybe, get a bunch of smalls to outweigh the biggies. Like on a seesaw.
2 minutes to post. We'll probably go a minute early so that we don't run into the classic.
That's a good point.
Did you guys bet? Did you guys have a pick?
I'm gonna bet the one who's only made $100,000.
Do it.
I don't think I actually know how to. But I root for them in my voice and my heart.
Hey, important message from Rebecca Rose Hepburn. She did just reach out to say more people should breed to Light Song. There, I have made a public service announcement on her behalf because he sired the winner of the marathon. I'm a big Light Song fan myself.
I don't really know their name too well, but I'm a fan.
Light Song or Rebecca Rose Hepburn?
Light Song. I feel like I've mixed them up with like 3 other horses.
Light Song?
Are they Chestnut with a star?
Chestnut with a something.
Close enough. I think that's what we're talking about.
Cleo, I think Scoville is still running the marathon, to be honest. Eric Nabon says save some mares for like a G6. Diane Townsend says save some mares for Mecha Dreams. I'm so excited to breed some mares, and by that I mean I'm not excited at all, but I'm really looking forward to being done. Sir, those are my M&Ms. Get your hand out of them.
He's earned his tax. Isn't like this tax season? This is your tax. I don't pay taxes. I'm Al Capone.
You don't pay taxes? Why?
I dodge it like I dodge the ladies.
Did you guys hear that? Take a shot. Alright, go call this race. I can't even with you anymore.
You literally can't even. Alright, folks. The penultimate race on the night. The Stewards Cup Turf. Top heavy, but very diverse. This should be interesting. Who's it going to be today? Do we got a new surprise, or do we get an old familiar face? They're in the gate, and we're off in the Stewards Cup Turf. To the early lead, Gallagher by 3 parts of a length. Then it's My Italian Stallion with Rodan's Door. Then it's Extortionist, and another half length back to Truth, also known as Truth. It's another length back to Deceitful Impact, 2 more to Brown Foreman with Wicked Rodan. And then it's Nighttime, Loveless Pact, Crypto, Other Side. And then it is Mont Martyr. And last of all, it is Imponderate Z. As we continue on, Gallagher, now their lead has been shortened up. My Italian Stallion goes up, and now the two are abreast. It is Rodan's Door, followed by Extortionist. Truth, spaced out with a neck. Then it's Deceitful Impact with Wicked Rodan, Loveless Pact, and Brown Foreman. Nighttime has gone back to 10th place now. Crypto, Mount Martyr, Other Side, and then Imponerande Z. As we continue on in the Stewards Cup Turf. It's no particular change in order here. Gallagher is remaining the captain of the ship. My Italian Stallion remains second in command, trying to usurp the throne. Rodan's Door remains third. Extortionist back to 4th place. They can't move their way up the ladder, not even through deceitful means. Nighttime is beginning to pick up speed here. They've gone past 9th to 8th, to 7th, to 6th, and now they've gone up to 5th, past Crypto. Now they have to just catch the Extortionist. Mount Martyr falls back with Truth, and then Other Side. Brown Foreman, Wicked Rodan, Deceitful Impact, Loveless Pact, and Imponerande Z has been last nearly the whole way, but Deceitful Impact is starting to run like it's quicksand at the back of the pack. Gallagher remains a confident leader, but My Italian Stallion is also fighting on. Other Side is beginning to pick up speed with Mount Martyr and Crypto from the back. They have now taken over here. We're having a complete change in positions here. The pegs are starting to fall. Crypto takes over with Mont Martyr in second, with Other Side, and Nighttime is in 4th. But Nightside swings to the outside. They go wide. They're losing ground, but they are coming with a head full of steam. Crypto is fighting on with Mont Martyr and Other Side, but Nighttime, just look at him go! The coal gets applied into the burner, and he takes off. It's Nighttime in front by a length, and now make it 2 at the finish. Crypto was second, Mount Martyr and Other Side, and Gallagher was in 5th. The official winner, Nighttime. This horse is a 5-year-old Dark Bay by the Dark Knight out of Angel de Fuego by Summerland, who was bred and owned by Nick Gilmore, 16 for 20 lifetime. You got yourself a great animal. I think we got one more left. What's this one? The Stewart's Cup Classic?
Yeah, Steward's Cup Classic. I hardly know it.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Because I'm going to call this race from being basically upside down. Well, look at Nighttime's headshot. It's so cute.
Yeah, he's a cutie.
Except for I don't love for the artists. So many of the winners have had headshots already. Like, what are they supposed to do during the break?
Business. I thought you. Is that why you created the headshot curse?
That's not. I didn't create the headshot curse. That's not a real thing. Get out of here.
Is that a real thing? Is that?
If you guys had a shot for every time I yelled at Nathan to get out of here tonight, it'd be funny.
But you guys, but you do.
Okay, so I know that we bashed on the turf, guys. This Stewards Cup Classic, even though it's only 8 horses, is literally insane.
It's like 1998.
It is like 1998. That was a little bit better, even though there's a Triple Crown winner in here. Because that one was so good. Okay, anyway. On the fence for Carolyn Eaton is a Triple Crown winner named Wearing the Purple. Remember him? All he's done since then is lose the Midsummer Classic by a head and then come right back to defeat Kelsey in the Long Island Gold Cup. So he's already beaten older horses. He's already a multiple Grade 1 winner at 1.25 miles. He's earned $4 million. He's by Duke of Edinburgh. Obviously, he is like, you know, the popular choice for Horse of the Year and stuff already without this race even running. Number 2, Like a G6 for Eric Nalbone is a son of Dave Matthews Band. 8 for 22 lifetime. This guy won the Grade 1 Louisville Classic over Devil's Arcade back in week 9. Since then, he's now been second behind Scorpion in the Arcadia Classic. And why is that relevant? Because didn't Scorpion just win the Seek Thrills handicap earlier tonight? So form flattered. Whoa, what? I'm trying to close the window and instead I enabled a shortcut. I don't even know what that means. Number 3, Pride Rock for Danny Derby. This guy is so frustrating. He won last year's Desert World Cup. Then he just won a couple like lower level races. Out of nowhere, bam, wins this year's Saudi Cup. Since then, he's been like kind of fifth, third. You never know what you're going to get with this son of Strange the Dreamer. He could either be like, haha, I win by 3, or he could be like, nah, I'm still running the race. 9 for 22 lifetime. Number 4, I'm the real deal for Eileen Sarah, the son of War Like Me. 6 for 10, 4 seconds. I freaking love this horse. He was second in all 3 Triple Crown races. Finally got the measure of Wearing the Purple in the Midsummer Classic. Also added the Awesome Derby over Lightning Crashes. Rebecca Rose Hepburn also did point out that Lightning Crashes is not running anywhere this week. Looking to prep for the Pegasus, I assume. He's the only horse that I'd be like, man, I wish that horse was in here because he would have made the race a little bit even cooler. Number 5, last year's Louisville Derby winner, Zayden for Nina Olson, the son of Mace, is 7 for 15, $6.9 million earned. He was third in last year's Classic, beaten a head and a neck for the victory, won this year's Pegasus, won the Oceanside Handicap, and is coming off a barrier trial win rather than running week 14. Hold on, laying on my back was not working. Okay, I can breathe again. Number 6, Larkspur for Darcy McBride. The son of Primetime has earned $4.4 million. He's seeking his 11th win. This year, all he's done is win 3 in a row. This would have been, if this was real life, they had something called like the MGM Triple Crown. Do you remember that in California? I mean, you weren't alive, but it was the Santa Anita Handicap, the Hollywood Gold Cup, and the Pacific Classic. And if you won all 3 of those, it was like a big deal.
Didn't Accelerate do that?
Yeah, but it was over at that point. So anyway, Larkspur won the Inglewood Gold Cup, the American Maturity, which isn't a real-life race, but I'm just saying, and the Oceanside Classic 3 in a row. He won that Inglewood Gold Cup with a 100 speed figure over Don Carnage and Battalion, who is actually next on our list. The son of Primetime is awesome. Number 7, Battalion for Carol Hansen. She's already had a pretty special night. This son of Champion is your winner of the Dubai World Cup this year. He did take a barrier trial before running 4th, but he was only beaten a length in that Oceanside Classic, coming off a big win in the Sirius Stakes with a 101 speed figure. Rounding out the field, you know, as if that wasn't enough, is last year's defending champion, Stewards Cup Classic winner, Kelsey. He was second in the Long Island Classic behind Zayden, second in the Midsummer Classic behind Battalion, and then since then, he's run second in the Desert World Cup, won the Buca Stakes, third in the Oceanside Classic, second in the Long Island Gold Cup. You know his game. He's going to be in front at the first call, and if he can get loose, then the son of Napoleon will just keep going. That is your field. Who do you guys like? This race is phenomenal.
That was Pete Aiello. Who do you like here? for, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx anything.
Okay, well, Eric likes Like a G6. Shocker. Anthem likes I'm the Real Deal. Durzo likes Kelsey. Emily Klein likes Wearing the Purple. So you guys are basically as confused as I am.
Wait a minute. Both Larkspur and I'm the Real Deal were triple runner-ups.
Yeah. Poor Larkspur and I'm the Real Deal. Without the horses that they lost to, they would be triple crown winners themselves.
There's so many great things to say. This is what I love about simulated fantasy pixie horses. Honestly, any of these horses have a great storyline each.
Anthem is like me. I don't remember who else won the other races, so I have no idea where I stand in the competition. Vibes. I feel that with my soul. Do you know how many races I've called this week? I remember like 3 horses' names.
I mean, I've called 4 live ones, and they're already slipping.
Oh yeah, that's true. Did you guys know that Nathan called real races this week?
Where?
At Turf Paradise in Phoenix. And the FanDuel Racing guys were like, that's Nathan Klein on the mic. What a guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
I was so happy. I couldn't be more proud. And honestly, I still love doing these sim races. I'll do them as long as I can.
Alright, guys. Let's go for the classic. Nathan, you never closed the betting for the turf. They could have just been betting it this whole time.
I was supposed to do that?
No, I was supposed to. I'm just throwing you under the proverbial bus. Here's the Stewards Cup Classic.
Alright, folks. So much to unpack here. Triple runner-ups. Classic winners. World Cup winners. Triple Crown winners. Battalion. That funny word. Battalion. Alright, I got my Battalion out of my system. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Shots. Alright. They're in the gate for the one of the night. The race of the hour. The race of the whole year. The Stewards Cup Classic. And off! In the Stewards Cup Classic to the roar of the dogs and the cats and every other animal in the world. Kelsey, right to the early lead, already opens up 2 on them. They've won the break and then some. Zayden is in second. I'm the Real Deal in third, 3 parts of a length more to Like a G6. Larkspur, wearing the purple, takes back early. Battalion and Pride Rock is at the back of the pack in the Classic. Defending champion Kelsey, they're on a huge lead here. They're opening it up to 5 lengths. They're going for broke. It's boom or bust for the defending champion as he tries to match Harry Potter. Zayden stalking in the second spot, but still 5 lengths behind. It's 2 more to I'm the Real Deal. Then it's Larkspur in fourth with Like a G6. Wearing the purple, still wearing the 6th spot. Battalion remains 7th, and then it's Pride Rock. Kelsey remains in complete control of this race. In front by nearly 4 lengths, maintaining dominion. Zayden is in second. They are the gap horse, as they are 2 lengths ahead of I'm the Real Deal in third. Wearing the purple is now starting to get asked. They've now moved past Like a G6, and then they've passed Larkspur, so they've already moved past 1 of the triple second place horses, and now they're going up to their old friend I'm the Real Deal, trying to get revenge for the Midsummer Classic as their battle continues. Kelsey remains the confident leader as we hit the top of the stretch here in the Stewards Cup Classic. It's now time for many stories to be written, but only one can have a positive ending. It's Kelsey in front, but only by 2 lengths now. His legs are starting to get weary, and Zayden has taken over the lead. Now they're the runaway leader, but Wearing the Purple has gone 3 horses wide and is flying forward. Zayden is hugging the inside. Wearing the Purple to the outside. Kelsey falls back to third. It won't be his day. Wearing the Purple, Zayden, 2 Derby winners down to the wire in the Stewards Cup Classic. Wearing the Purple, Zayden, all out drive. They're coming down to the finish. Folks, we have a Grand Slam in the Stewards Cup Classic. Wearing the purple has taken the Stewards Cup Classic over Zayden. A noble battle by Zayden. Incredible. Made this even more thrilling, but had to play second banana. Kelsey was third. Battalion was fourth. I'm the real deal. Pride Rock Larkspur and Leica G 6th. Leica G 8th. Shots, shots, shots. Oh wait, we have to write the official winner. The official winner is wearing the purple. This is a 3-year-old roan colt by Duke of Edinburgh out of Pink Elephants by Delirium. Carolyn Eaton, bred and owned, who is now 10 for 11 lifetime. Just one fault on a nearly flawless season. One of the greatest we've ever seen. Congratulations.
Only one real deal can beat him.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, when you yelled like that we have a Grand Slam winner, which is a real thing that's been done in real life, I was like, what are you even talking about? What is that? What's a grand? And then all of a sudden I remember that American Pharaoh existed.
Yeah, 10 years ago when I was in 5th grade.
When I was in 5th grade.
I was a little
You
lad.
child.
Uh,
Did Nathan blow his nose during races at Turf Paradise? To be fair, I don't think Nathan's allergic to Turf Paradise like he is my house.
no, I'm allergic to cats. I'm not allergic to dead birds and dirt. Dead birds?
Wait, why are there dead birds?
There's an owl, and the owl needs to feed her owlets.
Okay, wait, so Battalion's retiring. Is Kelsey retiring? I'm trying to figure out who's retiring. Does anyone know if Zayden's retiring? Kelsey is not retiring. Alright guys, I'm going to hang up, but I'll see you in a couple hours for the final race calls of the year. It's been a pleasure.